Mic check, 1, 2. Mic check, 1, 2. We are back again. I go by the name of Trell AC. Welcome to Crew Season. One more round of applause. I'm hyped. I'm reading the chat, seeing leaves all over. I feel like I'm about to run out the tunnel when we was playing football. You remember that?
You already know.
Yeah, man. Crusader Nation is in the building, man. I see y'all got the likes down there where they need to be already. 150 people already waiting. That's love, man. It's gonna be a hell of a show. We appreciate y'all pulling up. I want to salute to the Mars, J Anime. I see you in the building. Too Mad, I see you in the building. Who else we got in here? The Sousa, I see you in the building. Neek, what up? Yeah, man, it's gonna be one of the ones. This is gonna be one of the ones, man. But as always, I'm joined by an amazing panel. And we're gonna introduce them before we get this thing rocking, man. First and foremost, we have Miss B. Taylor in the building with us this evening. Miss Saida in the building with us this evening. D, Miss Queen Sheba in the building with us this evening. Kayla.com in the building with us this evening, the one and only. Miss Kelly Culture in the building with us this evening. Ricky Williams in the building with us. And last but not least, OT, aka Ricky Romance, aka Spanish Poppy. What was the other one? He said you had a new one.
O.
Grandpa O. Give her a round of applause, man.
Hold on. And we also have to let everybody know I did not fall asleep not once last week.
He didn't.
I was up all night.
Let's give that a round of applause. We was in the club all night long. He stayed till it ended. He didn't check out at 7:30. All right, bro, catch y'all boys later, man. I'm going to head on. He didn't do none of that this time. We didn't look over. He was asleep in the section. Nope. None of that. Folks was stayed up all night. So I gotta give credit what credit is due, man. But as always, last but not least, man, welcome. Mr. Ronan is in the building with us this evening. One and only. But yeah, so this is gonna be one of the ones, man. We're gonna talk about aesthetics. We're gonna talk about what works as far as looks. Do men categorize women a certain way based on the images that they portray to the public? We're gonna be honest up here. We're gonna be respectful up here. You know what I mean? But it's gonna be a hell of a conversation, man. The likes are where they need to be at. Hold on real quick. It was somebody. Oh, Xavier with the 2-piece early trio. How do we know? It's a great question. Hey, shout out to bro, man. He be pulling up on other people that shit said that folks don't be doing what he talk about. But again, you got to be in Crusader Nation to know that. So it is what it is. But we're gonna get into it, man. I don't want to wait no longer. We're gonna get into aesthetic. So historically, in terms of dating, the men of your past, the women of your past, aesthetically, what did they look like? And as always, we're gonna start off with the Miss B. Taylor early. Let's go.
Yes, honey. Yes. Well, I have an interesting past because I don't really have a type. So they all just look very different. I've dated, I don't know. I didn't date the thug to the prug to the nerd to the older men, younger. I don't know. I don't got no type. I just like what I like. I can't pinpoint. Like they're just so different from each other.
Okay, but see again, and that's why I wasn't let you off the hook, but I can't do that. What we're gonna do is I want you to think about all the exes, and I want you to describe to me from a general perspective. What did they look like? If you had to combine them all into one dude, what did he look like? What did you tend to go for most? Sir Hill, what up? I see you in the building.
Okay. Oh, this is kind of controversial because it's not by purpose.
Uh-oh.
Right.
They were all either like light skin, mixed, Hispanic men, but that's not by choice. That's what mostly has approached me. I like all ranges. I don't discriminate, so I have dated different races of men. But most of them people, when they saw me with like a more of a black guy, it was like, what you? I'm like, it's not. I like this. It's just that's not what has approached me. The chocolates don't really approach me. I don't know. So that's one thing I can say that's in common. Everybody's like, oh, we know what Brittany type is. And it's like, it's actually not. I like chocolate too. It's just mostly the light skinned biracial guys approach me. Trill, you muted.
Oh, my bad. Right. Well, we're gonna go right to O. Aesthetically,
God
your
damn.
history and your past. What has these women tended to look like from an aesthetic perspective?
We talking exes, right?
Smart man. Go ahead, throw this claim out there.
So I can narrow this window down a little bit, you know. Honestly, similar to B. Taylor, as far as like my girlfriends, I don't think I necessarily just had a type. I mean, I like, again, like she said, I like what I like. Like I'm attracted to different things about a woman. Like one in particular, she was super smart. She was from Nigeria, so she was darker, and that was one of my like first girlfriend that was dark in Norman times. For the most part, it was like brown skin or like not as dark as she was. So that was like one experience for me being, you know, just being young and I guess dating and really trying to find out what I like because I didn't know. I will say for the most part, they were shorter than me, like way shorter, like 5'4", 5'3", something like that. I can't really say slim because I've had some thick women, not big, but thicker women. I like a little, you know, I like a nice shape, but also, you know, like smaller women too. So it honestly was just who I was feeling at the time, what attracted it to him about me. It could be her brain. It could be that, you know, something out of the box where she was like, I don't know, super athletic, something weird that we just had in common that I didn't connect with other women. So that would kind of draw me to him versus everybody else. So I could kind of say what an ideal woman, like if like, you know, when you're young and you just like, oh, I picture my dream wife. But as far as like who I actually dated and who I chose to be in a relationship with, yeah, that honestly kind of varied.
All right, so
I'm sorry. Wait, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to interrupt because I just thought about it. Pretty boys. Okay, that's it.
Okay, no, wait. While you talking, because I was actually about to go right back to you, and then I got a question for you.
All right.
Because again, we have to set the stage for where this conversation is going. If you had to pick a side in terms of what your exes tended to be, would you say conservative or on the edge? Or did they have a little edge to them? Was they conservative, a little laid back, or they have a little edge to them?
They were pretty boys. They were pretty boys. They were very into their looks.
97%
Metro. They
of
were
them.
probably very metro.
97%, I say.
Y'all had to fight for that mirror time, huh? Y'all had to fight for that mirror time.
Yes. Yes, we did.
I would say most of mine were almost all of mine were conservative, but not too edgy. It was like one that was edgy, and that shit made me uncomfortable. I ain't gonna lie to you. No, I ain't gonna lie.
So when you say conservative, you don't mean like the Instagram show a little ass sitting on the counter to give it that perch, or like
None of that.
Bathing suits when she ain't next to the pool or the
None of that.
None of that.
None of that. She might not even turn to the side. She might not even do one of those. That's how conservative it was.
Gotcha. Okay, just for clarity, Miss Kayla. When you considering your exes, man, like give me the aesthetic. What did the aesthetic tend to be?
I don't have an aesthetic type. I swear to God, all my exes look completely different. First ex, longest was brown and short. After that, it was like medium height and very light. And then after that, super tall and like kind of like medium brown. And then most recent, super, super dark. So I don't know what to tell you. I don't have like a thing. I like fine men. Okay. So if you fine, we can start talking.
You can figure something out. You can figure something out.
Yeah. So
Okay, so
I don't have a
real
physical
quick.
type. Like if you're attractive, I like men that are attractive.
Okay, so real quick, let me ask you a question just so I could kind of force the narrow down, right? In your relationship that lasted the longest, what did he look like from an aesthetic perspective?
Aesthetically, he was probably the most least attractive of all four of them.
Okay. And then, if you had to pick a category, edgy or conservative, laid back?
Pretty laid back. He worked in finance. A little bit boring. Not boring, like he was boring because he wasn't boring, but like he wasn't outside like that.
Okay. I'll go next. Aesthetically, I always like caramel women, athletic build, probably about 5'6" to 7", 5 to 7, somewhere in that range. Typically, super smart. Because I'm a sapiosexual. So if she's not intelligent, it ain't gonna work. I'm just be honest. In terms of edginess or conservative, I would say they all was conservative. None of them was edgy. None of them was like on the scene like that. None of them was like doing too much on social media. We never even had to have those type of conversations, if I'm gonna be honest. But yeah, so just from an aesthetic perspective, that's what mine like. Caramel, 5'7" athletic, intelligent, well spoken, and things of that nature. But very, very conservative. Miss Queen, you had to look back to your exes, man. Give me that aesthetic. What did it look like? What did he look like if you had to combine them all?
Very athletic, always like a football player type, always. And I think that's because I played volleyball like in high school and college, and all of the athletes, we all hang together. So I think naturally we pick each other, or, medium brown to dark skin, girthy, not like the biggest football player.
Yes,
like,
a good girth.
Yeah, girthy. Yeah, but not the guy that
more girth.
I don't know, like the Nate Newton. Not that kind. Like more like a running back, probably tall, quiet. Quiet men like me a lot. Let's see what else. Normally they're mentally strong, hardworking, financially stable, very kind. Every man I've dated has always had a good relationship with his mom. So
like a Maurice Jones-Drew.
That's important.
Yeah, I agree. So just for clarity, he was conservative, more so than edgy or out there wild.
Appeared to be conservative, very edgy sexually behind the scenes.
Okay, see the way this is a PG-13. So where's the break?
It's those quiet types.
Yeah.
It's the PG-13. It's a family show. We gotta slow it down.
Them kids ain't in bed.
I'm mess with Ricky. You had to describe from an aesthetic perspective. Give me the build, give me the tone, give me how she moved.
Build is easy, bro. Anywhere from 5'2" to about 5'4". Man, shout out to Kayla. Hey, them dark skins, boy. I tell you, them chocolate babies, boy. Like I got a theory, right? I honestly think that two dark-skinned people and two light-skinned people can't be together for too long. Right? When you look at the most successful relationships, right? If it's a dark-skinned dude, he probably with a light-skinned woman, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Two dark-skinned people usually can't ride. Two light-skinned people usually can't ride out. But that's just me. I'm weird. You know what I'm saying? Slim thick. You know what I'm saying? Slim thick. You know what I'm saying? Little boobies, ass and hips, though. You know what I'm saying? As far as the way they acted, I mean, if I could be honest with you, most of them, out of my 3 serious relationships, 2 of them was conservative. One was pretty buck wild. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think that's it, though. Like, we talking about aesthetics. I'm not talking about the other stuff. We just talking about the looks. You know, I love women with pretty eyes, that keep their lips on point. And I love women who take care of their hands, right? I can't have no chick with her hands looking like she been digging in hot pots all day. You know what I'm saying? That's just not cool. You know what I'm saying? That's about it if we talking about it aesthetically.
Rick, I forgot one key. Like, I love some lips. I got some big lips. You got to have some big lips like me too. Like that's top. That's top on my like top 3.
Yeah, but like I told y'all though, like my eyes couldn't handle what my heart needed. You know what I'm saying? Like my wife don't look like nobody I dated in the past. Nothing. Totally off the range. Right? Because the qualities that I thought I could find in those type of women I couldn't find. So I had to start shopping somewhere else.
That's a fact.
All right, Miss Kelly, you got to describe these men, exes, from an aesthetic perspective. What was the build? What was the height? What was the demeanor?
Well, I definitely have a type. I think my family, can you hear me? My sisters used to make a joke that if you took all the guys I ever liked and stood them beside each other, that they could be brothers, because I definitely have a type. They looked like they were definitely pretty boys, 6 foot and above. My rule was you have to be taller than me with my highest pair of heels on. They were very athletic. I don't think I've ever dated a man that didn't have a 6-pack. That's important. And I usually like Northerners. I like New Yorkers, actually. I like that accent. And I usually like the alpha man. I like the guy that all the girls want, but I get them. I like that guy. Like the guy in the room that all the girls want.
I don't know if there is like, if this is an aesthetic thing, but for the past like years, I like island men. I like men from somewhere else. Like I like the accent. I like the different types of like ways that they are. It's just very interesting. It never gets old because I don't know what, you know what I mean? It's foreign, you know? So I do like island men, particularly Jamaica or Trinidad. So I'll just leave that at that.
Stay away from them Jamaicans. They're crazy.
I know, but I love Jamaicans.
Boy,
I like their jerk chicken, and that is about it. Even Jamaican women will tell you to stay away from Jamaican men.
But island men, whether they're Jamaican, Bahamian, like they're just different. Like they cook, like they different. I don't know. I like island men. They're just a little more romantical sometimes. I don't know. Romantic.
Let her make up words. Jeez, leave her alone.
That word I actually have coined. It's mine.
It flowed well too. I can't even
If Roman didn't have a point to prove, we could all said it was a real word.
I say, man, we just gonna ride with it. Roman, you had to get your type aesthetically. What did your exes tend to look like? Man?
I wasn't finished.
Oh, damn, my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
Never tattoos, no earrings. That was it. I wrote it down.
Wait. What was that last one?
I said no tattoos, no earrings.
Oh, no tattoos, no earrings. Got you. Oh, wow. Okay.
Like clean,
Girl with his earrings.
boy. I'm just saying that's just.
Nah, it's all good. Okay. Well, Ronan, you got to describe the exes, man. What do they look like from an aesthetic perspective, man?
Well, they range from at least 5'1". I even had one that was 6 foot, and they all were bottom heavy pretty much. The breasts varied. You know, I could sit there and work with either one. I always had a thing with eyes. If she had them chinky eyes, it was pretty mesmerizing. If she had that little thigh gap, which I call Heaven's Keyhole, fucking awesome. If she had a mean ass walk, if she had manicured toes, nails, kept herself up, if she was socially conservative but at home delightfully disgusting, that was my shit there. Usually she has to be witty, has to have intelligence. If she's stupid, I can't roll with it. It'll just make me soft all over. I can't do it. Mainly just be able to have fun with her. You know, she had a nice little sense of humor, wasn't too extra sensitive. And she was brutally honest. We could sit and mesh together, but she was limber, athletic. I like endurance. So yeah.
Kayla said limber.
Say, man, my boy said.
Amen.
My boy said. What he said? Delightfully disgusting. Is that what I heard?
Delightfully disgusting.
My boy keep wanting to talk, man, and just gonna catch you by surprise every time. Okay, man. So we're gonna get into the next one. I asked y'all what y'all exes look like from an aesthetic perspective. Now I want to get into like, has that evolved from the type of man, from a looks, from how his demeanor, or fellas, type of woman, her looks, her demeanor, has that changed from then until now? And if so, how? B. Taylor.
I would say yeah, just because I don't really care how the pretty boys. I don't know. It's just they come with a lot of extra stuff, and they think they a bad bitch, and I just can't do it. So I just I'm the girl in this relationship. So like we should not. I remember I dated a guy. We was getting our eyebrows waxed together. I just didn't like that.
Hey, whoa.
Let's slow down.
You said getting your eyebrows waxed together?
Yes, and I didn't like
Z
it.
snap.
Wow.
He even had the little arching, and I said, "Can you get it a little thicker? Like, why is it so thin?" Like, I just, yeah.
Girl.
Same.
It was straight, y'all. Like, it wasn't like that.
His and hers panties.
No.
Look,
I'm saying, I used to have
ain't judging. I'm just
I
saying.
used to have a
that's
boyfriend
crazy.
that got pedicures with me.
That's not
Pedicures
bad.
is different.
That's not
Pedicures
bad.
is different.
But to go in there and get your eyebrows arched.
Yeah.
Or they used to pluck their eyebrows. Queen Sheba, you remember that guy I was talking to? You said, I don't like his eyebrows. They too arched.
No.
That's a little too
They
much.
just cleaned up.
That's a whole nother show.
That is insane, fam. Okay, all right. So
He's like,
so
he
you
was
said
like,
that-
"B.
that-
Taylor, make me an appointment too."
Hey,
Both of y'all got memberships.
Hey Kelly, he walk in the room. He walk in the room. His theme music is Prince. Dearly beloved. This thing called like.
I gotta sleep in rose petals.
Everybody can't do it. Everybody can't be Prince. That's all I'm saying.
Say, man, Prince had him, man.
Prince
at the end of the
had
day.
them, dog.
I'm just
But
saying
even
now.
Prince, I don't think was getting his eyebrows arched though. We're gonna keep it. I don't think I seen Prince get his eyebrows arched.
Yeah. So now I'm like, I'm, yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
So
Okay,
he had bedazzled speedos, huh?
What?
No, I don't think he was homosexual. I think he was metrosexual. Those guys get their nails done. They keep them manicured.
They cared about
well.
their hair and like they were just very pretty. They cared about how they was looking and their hair had to. Like I remember, like even for prom, my one date didn't even want to show up because his hair wasn't done right. Like it was
wow.
mess. Yeah, and I was like, you better get in that car and don't play with me because if you mess up my prom, like it's gonna be war. So it's like I don't like my hair. So it was like stuff like that. I can't.
B. Taylor, did he have rollers in his chest hair? I'm just curious.
Fam.
Pretty boys don't have chest hair.
But you know what? I won't lie.
Yeah, pretty boys don't have chest hair. They make their
they shave for near the hair on the chest.
So he sleeps on his stomach with his feet up. Okay, I got you.
You say Nair on? Wait.
We're getting in dark territory.
Yes.
That's crazy.
I know a couple of guys that near their chest.
That's
and to be honest, like metros, like I think there's like metrosexual pretty boys. There is that, and then you have kind of just like fly guys, right? And then you have like you're very masculine, like they don't even have any type. They don't even use facial moisture, like they don't even know what that is, you know? So there's kind of three kind of different spaces. And I just prefer like fly guys. Listen, they're not like overly metro, but their hair is going to be tight. The beard is going to be tight. They do have there is a difference in like facial cleanser and body wash and They, you know,
They don't use a bar of
they
soap
wear
for
cologne.
everything.
They keep their nails together because if you want to touch me, let's keep this bacteria from under the nail. You know what I'm saying? Their hygiene is
Wow.
Uh-oh.
hygiene. You know? Did I pause?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well,
You
yeah,
back now, though.
I like fly guys that have really good hygiene. Like,
Okay.
And
Yeah,
So,
hygiene is important. It is important.
And crotchless leggings. Awesome.
yeah, no, we not doing.
Listen,
so-
I do not want to have to tell a guy to go take
We
a
will
shower.
not.
I do not.
what I will say though has changed though is that I used to have something like a skin preference.
Mm.
There was my college boyfriend that was very, very light, but other than him, everybody's like medium brown to dark.
Oh.
Because I just was like, I don't want to be the only brown one in the family.
Oh, so
Like
that's
I
gonna be
want to have brown babies. Like I like obsession like with having like little brown kids, right? And I can help my daughter, and I can be there and be able to help her maneuver because it's a different plight. I don't care what y'all say; it's just a different plight for her as a dark girl growing up than if she was light. So that's why I wanted to have a brown skinned child, and so I was so stuck on that. But I'm not anymore, like at all. And I might, who knows, end up being the only brown skin in the family. But I'd rather have like a good man than worry about the complexion. So I've changed on that.
Okay, so and B Taylor, I'm not gonna let you off the hook. He's not slick.
Lean
Okay,
into
so-
it.
because you said some things that changed, but we're gonna narrow this down a bit. If you had to describe your perfect man today, give me the build, give me the tone, give me the demeanor, give it to me from top to bottom.
I don't know. I want like if I was to try something new, I want a little rugged. Like I want to try like a little rugged. Like he don't care about looks or
Like Wolverine type rugged.
No, like the type that put Vaseline on their face.
Like this.
They just take a shower, they just throw some Vaseline on, they ready to go. That's all they do.
I don't know. I can't describe it. I don't know.
Mm.
Okay, so but rugged pretty much paints the picture. I mean, he ain't at the barbershop every week. He let it grow out
Every
sometime.
3
you know.
days.
No, I
Like-
like a fresh haircut now. Like
Okay, so
Mm.
he
Then
is
you
at the
don't want
barber.
rugged because that's not rugged.
That's what I'm saying. So you still
They only get their haircut for occasions.
You mean like a blue face?
what's that?
That's rugged.
Blue face.
That
I don't
Like
know.
a blue face?
I
Oh
don't
no,
know.
he looks like
That's the rapper, right? Blueface.
thought he
oh
was a
blue,
blue
he looked ashy. He looked like he don't
That's-
take care of his hygiene,
So that's not
and
so
he don't go
rugged.
to a doctor. So
So a different
When I
kind
think
of
of
rugged?
rugged, I think of like Wolverine or somebody that could live out in the woods for a couple of weeks and then come in. And
okay,
then,
no, you know that guy.
I
Okay,
don't-
you know that
that's
guy.
what I think of rugged. Like he's gonna be cutting some wood with an axe. Like he's rugged.
What about that guy from Game of Thrones? Like
Jon Snow?
Jon Snow.
no, not Jon Snow. The one.
Oh,
that
he's
Khalees
not
was-
rugged. He's a pretty boy.
No, the one that Khalees was married to at first.
Oh,
Oh,
Uncle-
Jason
that's,
Momoa.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Jason
yeah.
Momoa.
Okay, well, yeah.
Yes,
Okay,
that's the record
he
that you
rugged. He
want
had no
right there.
haircut. You lying?
that nigga
He
was
had no
pretty too.
haircut.
He was
Yeah,
pretty
he was
He
too.
was pretty.
How
It was
is
just
it
the beard
how?
maybe that made him look. Because it was always
Um,
like, like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I'm down with your kind of rugged, B. Taylor.
Maybe you want to get a Rasta because I've dated a Rasta. They're very rugged. Like their hygiene's good, but they like do not do their hair. They
No,
don't.
I don't like that.
No.
Maybe
I
I
mean,
still
they
like
wash
Playboy.
it. It's clean,
No.
but they like don't do it. Like they only get
No.
their dreads retwisted for occasion.
I don't. Oh, I'm not gonna say it.
Hold on. Wait. We're gonna get some feedback. Oh, that's all. Okay. my bad. And I'm hearing the echo. Somebody got YouTube? Oh, no, y'all good. Y'all good. All right. We're gonna keep this thing moving, man.
I will
Saida.
Delilah to a Rasta.
Oh, wait. Say it again.
I said I will be Delilah to a Rasta. Delilah cut Samson's hair off.
You guys don't read your Bible?
Oh,
I am a sinner. When
I'm
you get to quoting Bible,
sorry, I missed that one.
Even
one ear not the other, gang. I ain't going to lie
But
to you.
even if they didn't have hair, they would still be Rasta. Like they wouldn't go get it lined up. They would not have no fresh line up. They wouldn't like tie it down at night and shit. They don't do shit like that. They're like rugged. Like they work with their hands. Like they don't get manicures. They don't have skincare routines. They don't do any of those things.
no, not like that. I don't.
They're
like
still
dread.
clean though.
I
They
like
just
dreads,
are simple.
but men who may not like dread when it's like just all over the place and it's like little cotton balls in your hair and stuff. Like it's just
Cotton balls.
or a crown because all your hair is poking through from the dreads. Like nah.
Okay. All right, man. So let me get some of the fellas in here. I know the fellas, most of us is in relationships, right? So if I had to force y'all to describe your ideal woman, go ahead and give me what your old lady look like, man. I don't want to get nobody in trouble here.
Hypothetically.
Well, I mean, it's a relationship, so it is what it is. Go ahead and describe her. Give me the look, the build, and the demeanor of the woman that you chose to cuff. Because this is gonna be real important for later on in the stream.
Oh, Ronan's cuffed. It's cuffing season. That's true.
No, I'm taking auditions. I'm doing auditions. No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
Matter of fact, you know what? Since Ronan is the single one, you can go first, bro. Give me your layout. Perfect woman today. What does she look like?
Definitely, she's damn. It's kind of the hue can vary, but as far as the build, nice, stout little athletic build. Nice, strong limber legs. I mean, a decent, body out there. Tiger stripes, that's cool, awesome. Definitely fit and well kept. She's not mangy. Even on her off day, she's looking right. And basically, just how she carries herself. That's what stands out to me. The aesthetics, that's cool, but I'm worried about the mental and social aesthetics more than anything. Because a beautiful bum is a beautiful bum.
And real quick, you said how she carries herself.
Yes.
How does she move? Is she conservative? Is she online, showing off a little bit of ass, a little bit of breast perked up, with the, hey, how does my necklace look selfie, but it's, 80% breast? Like, how is she moving? What's her demeanor?
She's moving confidently. She doesn't need the social approval like that. There's some who are actually thirsty online for that. How she carries herself, she walks with confidence. That's what makes her walk a mean one. Of course, like I said, that thigh gap enhances it. But again, if it don't,
are you saying thigh gap? Thigh gap?
I said that's heaven's keyhole. That's what I called it. But
thigh gap.
It's like it's like this. And when she's walking,
whenever you put your legs together,
thick thighs save lives. I don't think there's no gap.
And that is true. That is true.
It's real thick, ain't no gaps.
if the thighs is thick, it's the diamond just smaller, but it's still there.
I mean, it's still there. I mean, it might be a little spade at the end of a spade, but yeah, it's cool. Still there. Still playable.
So giving away too much. This right here is what men be looking at.
That's the advanced class, but we'll move on.
So, gentlemen, since we're talking about aesthetics, things change. We went from the
yes, ma'am. Yes, said heaven's keyhole.
Importante.
But usually, like the little quads in there, they touch, and in there she's moving like animated.
Well, thighs actually touch, but there's like a whole. I got you.
But that's a whole other show.
Rub. We need the thighs to rub a little bit.
Yeah, it's a whole other show. Yeah.
But Katie, what you was about to ask?
That thighs.
Well, since we were talking about like aesthetics and people that you're dating, and it's 2022.
Okay.
Are we going for hair or no hair?
I'll say with the woman, it depends on the woman. I've seen women with
no. What am
I going for?
You mean weave or natural?
No. I mean other places other than the head.
Oh
wow.
Great
You know,
question.
because older gentlemen,
Great question.
you know, they're
That's
all
a good
about
Question, Kayla.
Great
I'll
question.
take your time with this one.
aesthetically. This is the thing.
Let's go. Let's go.
That's a good question.
So
I'm with
European
both
wax
of
thinner,
them.
or
I'm
are
with
we
both
just
of them.
growing it out? We're just cool. We just
I'm with both of them. Whatever float your boat, sis. I'm okay with it. I don't mind no hair down there. I don't mind it naked either. Take your pick. I'm all right with either one.
That's a fact. If I had a preference, I
Mhm.
would say no hair. But
Porn star pussy.
I don't care either way. You don't need to have a fro. You don't need to be.
No.
No, if we talking
Yeah.
about preference, I want a little grown. I want to. You a grown woman. You know what I'm saying? I want to see a little hair
That's
down
that
there.
I
grown
don't
man.
mind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
grown man like a little something. on
I want to
like
see a little hair. You know what I'm
the
saying?
Show a
leave a little
character.
triangle of hair.
Yeah, that's cool. Or the landing strip. Gouge in, whatever works. You know what I'm saying? But
What
I
you gonna say, Drew?
prefer a little hair down there. Just a little.
You gonna say something, Trill?
Yeah, I'm gonna say that I'm right in line, man. I need a nice little taper,
Yeah.
nice little taper down there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I mean, if it's bare, I mean it's cool. But I mean, if I had to like my ideal, I need a little taper down there, man.
I say
Rest in
personal.
peace to Pepsi.
Personally,
Caesar.
well, personally, I like if she had a south side fade. That's cool, or bald. It's whatever. But if she's out there wolfing it,
Not too
Y'all
much.
still
work.
gonna
You don't want to part the bush. Nobody wants to part the bush.
well, I'm not trying to put no cornrows either. But
Ain't nothing wrong with it, but I'm
Y'all
gonna do my
braiding
thing.
it
gotta
and,
get a comb
and
with
hitting
this
it at the
parted.
same time.
look, we're not talking about pubic maintenance. We were on that. Just saying prep.
I just asked a simple one or the
Awesome
other.
question.
Sometimes
Okay,
you gotta
but I
do-
mean, since you asked it, we ain't gonna let y'all dodge it.
It'd be a
I mean,
little-
let's
The
go.
opposite way around.
No,
How
I was asking the men.
It'd be a little
No,
flavor
it's
trapped
and
in
all
the
the men
hair
answer.
sometimes.
Not your
We
turn.
said what we said.
Do y'all need it to be porn star bare? Like, how does it need to look? Give
a
us the
man?
aesthetic.
It
Presentation.
needs to be well kept.
For a man?
Oscar the
Yeah.
Grouch.
No.
I'll let B. Taylor take this first.
Look, I'll say this. It was I don't
We here. We're adults. Let's do this. We here now.
look, I not need to feel like I'm looking at a little boy. I want some hair up on there, but I don't want it to be where it's like oh my God, it's a jungle. But
Aggressive and like everywhere.
aggressive, but I don't want you shaving nothing. I think that's disgusting when you shave it like that. Like I feel like I'm with a porn star or something. I just you look like a kid. So
When
for
you trim it,
me,
sometimes you kind of add a inch or two. Sometimes
you just
It looks a little-
clip it or
the visuals make it
like
look a little
keep it
bigger.
in, but I
And
like
elect-
and
and
look like
I like the
Man.
electric. Just get the electric. Just keep it real. Just keep it low.
yeah, because keep it low because that's
And we
hygienic.
cool.
It's
You feel
hygienic,
me?
but when it's just a lot and
Just maintain it. Because if
how do
you
you
want someone to
part
be
it? How
down
do you
there,
clean
the
it?
least you can
Like-
do is create a space. You
It
know,
should-
create
yeah.
a
It
good
needs to be
Create
space.
well
a
kept.
space.
Like that
Right.
hair doesn't need to be growing to your thighs. Like
Right. It
just
can't
keep
be
it
like all
nice
on the
and
thighs,
neat.
all over the side. Like,
In a
come
little
on, get it together.
triangle.
You know, just keep
Clean
it.
up around the shaft. Like it doesn't need to grow down towards the feet. Like keep it up to the top.
Like I don't need to be pulling your hair from me.
Yeah, I don't
when
need to
you're
be
done.
pushing it back, trying to get to what I need to get to. Like, just take care of it and keep it low. Like, cut the grass low. That's it.
Keep it up at the top. That's
Trim the hedges.
Go ahead, Ronan.
Well, before we let Lucky go, I said, what if he had like a shag or a Gumby or even have a tail? Like, is that cool? I mean,
Huh?
What are all these things? What's the shaggy gonna
He's basically saying like that it's a bush down there, but
Yeah.
it's kind of a design. It's
it's
well
kind of
kept.
it had like a
Yeah,
part
yeah.
on the side of
That's
it,
what he's
and then
saying.
like it's got a tail. I mean,
So y'all saying
Wow.
hell no, you're doing too much. Basically.
Stop it. Just cut
I'm
it
gonna have
down.
to Google all
You
these.
said presentation.
presentation. Everybody has a
He
preference.
creating some artwork down there. Give you something to look at.
You said create a space, a safe space. I mean, not a safe space, but a
So is it like-
aesthetically pleasing space. Going back to the title of this thing.
Exactly, an aesthetically pleasing space.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Miss Lucky, welcome to the stage, man.
It's just like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, you you
Yeah,
caught us at a
it
bit of a
was
left turn, man. So we're gonna kind of reel it back in and come on back to what the initial question was. We're gonna start with your exes. You had to look back to your exes
Mhm.
from an aesthetic perspective. What did they tend to look like? Wait. And demeanor. How did they carry themselves?
This is interesting for me because most of my exes were women. So
Amen.
they were feminine.
It's actually perfect. But continue.
I had two. So the ones that I were in a relationship with was different from the ones that I dated, if that makes sense. So I had a girlfriend and I had girlfriends. So my girlfriend had to be a stud, so it would be like the hardcore type, tattoos, money, the one who thinks you're a man. Because those, they don't really want you to touch them. They just want to pay. Cool with that. But the preference, I did like the big booty stripper type girls, cute ratchets, that would have your back if some shit pop off. I'm being honest. So I like the feisty, cute little girls that just sat there, but if it was time to turn up, they wouldn't back down. So the demeanor was like little sedity. I like the little prissy girls. But when it came to guys, I realized I tried to engage with men the same way with women. So I wasn't really looking so much at the appearance part that much when it came to men. It was mainly about the emotional attachment and things like that. So yeah, I don't know if you're looking for the way that they looked. The men, for the most part, I've only had like 2 real boyfriends. So they were rough around the edges. They definitely was getting to some money. They were kind of like assholes, but not asshole to me. So I like men that are pretty much assholes, if that makes sense, but in a good way. So yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so let me narrow down a question for the women in terms of the demeanor of your exes. Like, how did they move? Was they like on the scene extra, or was they kind of laid back?
No, they were laid back. It was like one of those girls that when they walked through the room, their presence demanded attention. People don't like them for a reason, but they didn't really say too much. So yeah.
I was gonna say, could they hold a conversation, like even though they party with you and all that stuff?
Yeah,
could
they
hold
were friendly,
like a good conversation with
social
you?
butterflies, the type of people that are so friendly, you think that they like you like that, but they don't. So I like social, outgoing personalities.
No, but I mean like intellectual conversations, I should say. Could they hold those real conversations with you?
To be honest, when I dated girls, I didn't really care about the deep conversation. So like the way that I take men a lot more serious, to me, girls was just for the play. So as far as could they hold a conversation, I'm sure, but women are pretty much irritating, so I didn't really want to be around them too long because it's like it begins to be a fight because they're very emotional. So, but when I'm dating men, I realize the emotional man is the same. It's not really a difference. So yeah, I don't really know.
I love this. This is very insightful.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
This is gonna be good tonight.
That's what I'm saying.
Ronan, what is that? Put it
Ronan
down.
pulled out his katana.
Wow.
That's his sword.
That me.
Sword. Okay.
That me.
But Lucky. So okay, so that was how the exes looked. Give me the ideal man and woman today. I'm interested. Like, has your taste in aesthetics changed any, or is it still the same?
Just appearance. So it's definitely enhanced. I care more about the way a man smells, the way he dresses, the way he talks, the way he communicates with his family, especially his mother, the way he handles me, the way he's able to talk to me and not like at me. So a lot of those things matter. Definitely oral hygiene. I will not date a man with nasty teeth, puffy gums, missing teeth, stanky breath, hole in your tooth, like all of that. No. So it's just
important.
I care a lot about appearance. I understand that may sound shallow, but I feel like I could not have an ugly man on top of me for the rest of my life. So therefore he has to look appealing. I ain't gonna say that, but I have a
No. You're in a safe space. Go in.
This is not safe.
Yes, it is. I told you you're an elegant asshole. Go in.
Skin tone, so it's like in between skin tone. So I have a preference with that. he can't say my nigga every few seconds, you know, like certain stuff. You gotta know how to actually talk. I don't like men who don't know how to match their socks. It's like little so you gotta know how to decorate your house, because if I come to your house and you want me to feel comfortable and feminine, you need to know how to set your house up. You need to know how to cook and take care of yourself and all those types. You need to know what you like. You need to know how to take the initiative. So it's a lot of things when it comes to men. You damn near gotta be my daddy.
Damn, the boy's
That's
hot,
awesome.
man.
That is awesome.
Boy's hot.
He said he
What?
doesn't know how to match his socks.
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, no, I respect it. I
That
respect
teeth
it.
thing is serious though. Like
It
as
is.
women, like
It is.
the teeth, like bacteria in your mouth, like
Wow.
sir.
And
It's
if you
no
don't
more.
floss,
I get it. That nigga's a munch, but not if your teeth are not together.
That's when you guys talk about kissing.
No lunch for you. I cannot.
This area is everything. If you don't
It is
have,
like,
if your
oh.
breath stings, if your tongue is white, if you have plaque built up, it's no. Don't touch
No.
it. If your lips are chapped,
No.
if your breath stink, no. No.
and I don't
This
like
happens.
when men be trying to grow a beard and it's not doing it. Like
Anthony Hamilton.
It doesn't connect.
yeah, like
Hey, let my nigga be.
yeah, no. So I think even with the bald head, like you know when some men don't know when to shave their hair, like
Wow.
the cul-de-sac. It's just
Wow.
The horseshoe.
Got that cul-de-sac sitting there.
yeah. I don't like the hairy back with the shoulders. Like
What the?
I like hair. But
Yeah,
it
sometimes
can't be-
those hairy backs, you gotta just move past those though.
and
'cause
you take a shower and it's just like, look, this is just too much. And then you
Just
gotta
shave
clean
it
up.
for him. Shave it for
Nair
him.
it. They're not gonna shave it.
It ain't that much love in the world. I'm not doing that. I am not doing that. If you don't go to the Asian lady and get that ripped off, I am not doing that. That is disgusting.
Hey,
No,
this
but
is
you can
this
get
is
past
relevant
it, though, 'cause
information.
my
Man.
first ex, he had the most like extremely hairy legs. Like I've
You hear now?
It's so long. He wouldn't do anything about it though. It was I just had to deal with it. It just was what it was.
But wait. So hold on.
He was cute in the face
Oh,
though.
wait.
No
You
hair on
can't
his
get
chest.
past this one.
As a man, so you would prefer him to shave his legs clean?
No, that's why I just dealt with it. I said I just dealt with it.
Okay.
Like
But I
how
used to
hairy
hate
is
it.
hairy?
And then
how-
like when we sleep in the bed, it's like we don't do the leg thing. After we do our intimacy, it's like you need to get those off of me. Like no.
Prayers
They
for
were
all
so
parties.
hairy.
Like how hairy? Like dope man at the bottom? Like how hairy?
Like
Okay.
Like Ewok Harry, or we talking about Chewbacca Harry?
he was black, but he did have some like Indian situation somewhere.
So that
So it
Asian
wasn't like
Indian-
it was like kinky. It was kind of straightish. I don't know. It was just a lot of hair. I
No,
don't
they
know.
be hairy. They be hairy on their neck and their back and their butts. I like they
Only his legs. Like the
everywhere.
rest was not that hairy. I don't know, but I don't know. Things like that when it comes to men, sometimes you just have to like deal with it because they're not going to do anything about stuff like that. Like
You
they're
do it
not
for
going
them.
to shave
You
their
do it
back.
for
They're
them.
not going to shave their legs.
That's
They're
bullshit.
not
You do
going
it
to
for
like.
them. I've shaved
So
my
I
man's
just
back before.
got used to it.
I've shaved it because I don't like it, so I'm gonna shave it. I'll be on the phone. You're good.
She said I'll be on the phone doing it. Hold on. This shit getting egregious at this point. All right, hold on. So anybody hadn't answered the question because we
Diana.
I haven't answered either.
you ain't answered.
Endo.
Yeah,
second
man.
part.
Oh, okay. So yeah. Oh, you go ahead.
You said the
You gave
difference.
X's.
The
What's
difference
the
between okay. So I feel like I gave a terrible example my first time around. So I'll try to be a little more specific. So typically I would say 5'2", 5'4", about 120, 165, somewhere up in there. So like I said, nice slim build to nice thickness. They looked good without makeup, but with makeup, of course, it always enhanced it. They were comfortable wearing their natural hair, but of course, they would always wear weave because I understand that's more simple. You can kind of get up, do your thing, and go versus having natural hair, we got to do a little more work. So I understand that. I've been very understanding when it comes to women. Nails, I don't like crazy long nails. I think they should be presentable. If you want them long a little bit, okay, cool. But when they like crazy long, I can't do that. That's just not for me. Got to have a personality, skin tone roughly around mine, up and get a shade or two up or down, somewhere up in there typically. And definitely was type to I always look for women that I can bring around my family. You know what I'm saying? You got to know how to have a good time, be presentable, not too ratchet. But when me and you out, we can be ratchet together. But, when I with the fam, I can't be ratchet necessarily. So, just kind of really like that balance. I look for a woman that's kind of similar to me in the personality, know how to have a good time, good personality, can take my jokes because I can be very sarcastic, come off as asshole, but I'm just having a good time. That's how I express myself to somebody I like. So if you're able to take my jokes and kind of come back with me with some punches, yeah, that's a plus.
Okay, I like it. Queen, you went. How was the aesthetic of the man evolve, turn from your exes to now?
So mine have remained the same aesthetically. When we're talking about physical, I like what I like, but the interpersonal skills have evolved somewhat. What'd you say, Ricky? You shaking your head?
I didn't say nothing. I'm just listening.
Yeah, so I still like the physical build that I've always liked, but like now, personality wise, calm, a man that likes himself, that's really important. Because there's a lot of men that look good, but they don't like themselves, and you feel that energy, you feel that insecurity, right? A man that can stand on his own 2 feet with or without you. I don't like him too clingy. So yeah.
Okay, that's fair. Ricky.
Yes, sir.
I'm interested. How's the aesthetic evolved from then to now?
Man, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. Like, I look past looks now, bro. Just keeping it a being. Right? I don't care what you look like, bro. As long as you present yourself in an orderly fashion and your mind is right, bro. Like I said, a lot of these pretty people toxic as fuck. That's just the truth. That's just the truth. My type now would be the one that leave when I tell her to get out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just being honest. I got a shout out to my wife. My wife is perfect for me. Is she perfect for the rest of the world? Nope. But she ain't y'all. She mine. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to her. But like I said, if I did get another girl, it wouldn't be girl. It'd be girls. It'd be you come here and you leave. You come here and you leave. You come here and you leave. Because I'm not doing it no more. No, sir. You're not the way these girls out in these streets. No, sir. No.
And we're gonna get to them in just a second. Yeah. Miss Kelly, how has your taste in men evolved from then to now? From aesthetic, from a demeanor, how they carry themselves? Has it changed?
Has it changed? I would say for me now it's more about chemistry and connection. So to where I would look at the way a man looks first, I now want to make sure we have real chemistry. So I do like a man that's charismatic. I like, I think aesthetics are important. I don't think it's shallow to be attracted to someone, but I think someone's mind is more attractive to me than their physical appearance now. So I fall in love with the way you think and how you feel about things. Once that happens, then the way you look, like you may not be the best looking man, but you're super attractive to me because I fell in love with your mind. So I don't know. I would say my connection with a person is more important than the way they look now.
Fair. I like it. That's a good answer. Miss Aira, We're gonna bring you from the top on to the bottom, man. We gotta get your take on these questions. And your exes, the men that you dated before, what were they like aesthetically and demeanor wise? If you could narrow it down.
Physically, they were different. They're all different. They're taller than me. I'm very short, so usually they're taller than me, like a little short or like really, really tall. But what I've noticed when you were talking, most of them are good in math for some reason. They have that in common. And also I like a man that it's clean. They must have clean hands, no long nails. I hate that. And good hygiene as well. Never dated someone with long hair. Never been with someone with long hair. I don't like that. And they must dress no baggy clothes. Like, I like formal attire, casual. So, and behavior, I really don't know. Like, they have to be very attached to their family. That's something I really care about. They really have to be like close to their family. It's very important to me. If they have a good relationship with their family, that's plus.
Okay, that's fair. So
Am I
you would
choppy
say
right now?
that, yeah, a little bit, but we can still hear you though. But if you had to like categorize the X-Men, would you say that majority of them were conservative, or they was kind of, on the scene, chest out, kind of, I'm here to be seen type of man?
No, I would say probably my last boyfriend was the only one that was, he was very, very attractive. And it's kind of like the dream guy for Salvadorian girls. Like, he's white, tall, blonde hair, clear eyes. So he will get a lot of attention for that reason. But he was very young as well. So I could say that he's the only one that falls into that category.
Okay, that's fair. And would you say that your taste has evolved from then to now? And if so, how?
Well, I more
No,
and
you chopping up.
So I keep my ballot. Okay, something's going on. I mean, we have a hurricane in El Salvador, so sorry about that.
Okay. No, it's all good. It's all good.
So
All right, man. So at this point, what we're gonna do is we're gonna pay some bills really quick, and then we're gonna get into the video. Because again, like I always say, I like to set the foundation. I like to set, the scene for where the conversation is going. We talking about aesthetics. We talking about how people carry themselves. I feel like those things are the most important, and we're about to find out just why. But in the meantime, man, make sure that y'all get the likes up. Crusader Nation, I see y'all in the building, the chat moving 100 miles an hour, man. Y'all in y'all bag today. Make sure that y'all like the stream. If y'all have not liked the stream, we appreciate everybody for tapping in with us on this glorious night. First and foremost, man, Sir Hell in the building with the 10-piece, showing love as always, man. Salute to bro, man. We definitely got to get bro up here on one of these panels one day, probably next week. So, Sir Hell, be ready. Appreciate you, bro. Hold on, Miss Lioness in the building with the 50 ball. Hold on. We appreciate it. It's love right there. She say, sending some love to the panel. Special love to Kayla and Kelly. Real rap, man. Salute to Lioness. Always showing love. BZ in the building. Ask B. Taylor, who killing the roach in the house? y'all be coming from left field these questions, fam. I don't even know what the hell y'all talk about.
Because she with them pretty boys.
Them pretty boys.
Oh, the pretty boys?
Yeah.
All right, Hawk says KT voice aesthetically, I'm out of your league. Shout out to Kenny, man. I can hear his ass saying that shit now. Miss Park in the building. Lucky, I respect your honesty. Ooh, child. Damn, y'all, she didn't call Holy Ghost based on the description Lucky done gave.
Glory,
all right.
hallelujah.
It wasn't that bad.
No, it wasn't.
No. She stamping it. She co-signing it. But all right, we are gonna get into the video that we came to see. This one we're gonna play it once because it's like two and some change. But I'm gonna run it through because I think the full context is necessary for where the questioning is going. Again, y'all make sure that y'all like the stream if y'all have not liked the stream as this video is playing, and then we're gonna get right back to the discussion immediately after. Man, let's go.
I've been saying this with my best friend for the longest now, to where it's like if you look a certain way, it's like these men act like they are just like, it's always this certain look of female that they'll actually date and wife, because I guess they attribute it to like, oh, nice girl next door looking, like she won't possibly do this or that, she looks good on paper, I can bring her around family, this and a third, and she has the look, she has a very safe look. And myself and my best friend always talk about the fact that we feel as though because we have tattoos, I'm very tatted, y'all can't see it now, but I have a lot of tattoos, because we are tatted and have more of like a, I'm not gonna say like, I'm trying to find a right way to say it, I don't know, anyway, because we don't have that girl next door look, men consistently try to fun girl us. These college educated men, it's always them. Like when it comes to like they always assume that we only like hood guys, that they assume that they know our type, and they don't even give us a chance. Because me personally, I like college educated men. I went to college and that's just what I like. I like nerds. I like fine nerds. I like squares. But these men always assume that my type is like, oh, I see she's tatted, she like hood niggas. That's like, and I'm just like, why do y'all keep doing that? And then not only keep doing that, but then you keep trying to put us in this fun girl category. And the fun girl is this category where it's like, I enjoy having fun with you, but I would never wife you. You don't have the look of somebody that I would consider a wife. And it's like, what does a wife look like? Because just because somebody looks like your girl next door does not mean she's a good person. It's not mean that she's automatically educated. Me personally, in a nice way, I make a lot more than a lot of the girls that they consider like, oh, like successful and stable and have like this great image. But I don't work a job that is like conventional to where it's like, oh, well, I can brag about what kind of job she has. So they just always want to fun girl me. And I'm tired of people assuming that I like a certain type of guy and wanting to fun girl me, because personally, I want a family and commitment and a relationship and all of those things. I want to get married. And I'm tired of people assuming that because of my look that I'm a fun girl. I know how to have fun, but don't stop fun girling me.
All right. So just to give a bit of context here, Miss Kayla, we're gonna start with you, but just to give a little context.
Yes, I was gonna ask if we could.
You are what you are.
She's speaking to, her look, men seeing her look and categorizing her as a fun girl. What was your take on what she had to say?
I think the take was very interesting. But unfortunately, that's just kind of how it is. Like so like the guys that are, for the most part, going to be the settlers and like the settle down type, they don't necessarily want a woman that attracts a lot of attention. You know what I'm saying? So when you have like a certain type of look that may attract a lot of attention or whatever it may be, it just kind of create, like, social media has really helped us, but it really has hurt us for the most part. But social media has created this image that, when you look a certain way, whatever it is, that there's stereotypes. Stereotypes literally exist for a reason. Like earlier when we were talking about the Rastas, people assume that Rastas are dirty. They assume that Rastas don't do anything all day. They assume all this stuff that's just not true. So stereotypes exist. It is what it is. Social media has created even more stereotypes per her look. You know what I mean? The way her edges are done, the way her makeup's done, the way her eyelashes are done, she's in a category that, and the nails, she's in a category on that social media has created that falls in line with a certain like rapper girl, city girl thing. That's just what it is. Doesn't mean that's who she is in reality, but stereotypes are stereotypes. They just are what they are, and men actually like heed to them in a lot of instances, and in terms of their woman that could be as well. But that's not always overall true, because there are people who I know who have wives that are very much like that, and they like their wives looking like that. So I think it just depends on the man, but for the most part, stereotypes exist for a reason. So when you do look at like the college educated guys, I will say that guys that I know from college that have married girls they've been with since college are girls that look more like kind of everyday. They perceive them as lower maintenance, period. Like they don't do anything. A lot less things to pay for, a lot less time spending doing that. You know, if you don't have lashes, you don't take time to get lashes done. You don't have nails, you don't have time and money. You don't spend time and money on nails. You don't spend time and money on weed. You don't spend time and money on makeup. You don't, they perceive the girl next door as lower maintenance and would attract less attention. So they have less to deal with. That's just my opinion. But
and it don't take you 3 hours to get ready. Because
right.
You gotta
they
put on a
assume
whole
a girl that
new
looks
person.
like her is going to take 3 hours to get ready versus a girl that just throws her hair up in a bun and put some lip gloss on. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what men think, but that's just my
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
I seen you rolling your eyes. I seen you, you know, deep breath sighs. I know that this right here
This
is
my
your
bag.
bag.
This is my passion.
This is your
my
bag.
passion.
I want you to get into it. Go ahead, G.
This is my passion. Can you ask me the question, please?
Question is, she had the typical city girl
Right.
ish, Cardi B ish, Lyric Galore, Miracle Whites, Ari Fletcher ish look, and she says because she has that look, men tend to put her in a fun girl category, and that is wrong of them. I want to get your take on, you know, her perspective on how men categorize them.
But it's also how you carry yourself. It's not just about your looks. So when you initially see a woman like that, just off the strength, yeah, you may think that way of her. But once you start to have a conversation with her, like, okay, this girl got a head on her shoulders. She just, you know what I'm saying, she's a little more higher maintenance. She liked the nails, she liked the hair, she liked the big eyelashes and things like that. So initially it could, you know what I'm saying, put you off a little bit. But yeah, absolutely. The man doesn't want all that extra stuff, because not only is it sometimes too much. Like, yeah, it's higher maintenance. You buying $1,000 wig. Like men, we thinking logically, why do you need $1,000 wig? Why do you keep paying for eyelashes? Like, are you paying $250 for nails? Like that stuff adding up, and then you want me, you know, to come and kind of take some of that away from you when that's what you chose to do. You know what I'm saying? So as a man, I have more money in my pocket and I can do more things for you in other ways than work on your aesthetic. So that's what it is. Yeah, it is. It does definitely have to do partially with maintenance. And to me, in my opinion, it also shows confidence. Like if you don't have to put as much on, like you're confident in yourself, you can be plain Jane. But if you rocking that shit, like that's just who you are. You find like a man loves confidence, and we can see that. But you wearing a lot of makeup, you got 10 different hairs that you got to put on. You got all these lashes, you got all the, you know what I'm saying? So by the time you take that off, that's not the person that I thought that I was with. You know what I'm saying? So to me, makeup is just supposed to enhance just a little bit, like just further enhance how you already look, not have you look like a completely different person. Because a lot of the times, women that have on that type of makeup looks nothing like they look with the makeup on. So that's the issue.
Okay, that's fair.
You guys.
Miss Kayla has the exit, man. We appreciate you tapping in with us as always, man. We're gonna see you next week.
See y'all next week.
All right.
Can I say
Miss B.
something? I don't know
Taylor.
if I'm choppy. Oh.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
I don't know if it was her turn. That's fine.
Yeah, it was mine, but you can go.
Okay. Go ahead, B. Taylor.
Oh, I would have to say I would have to disagree. You got to call a spade a spade. For sorry, the girl in the video, she's a dancer. She's a hairstylist and a dancer. So she lives a certain lifestyle that attracts those type of men as well. She keeps up with that aesthetic because that's what those type of men are looking for. They're looking for a fantasy. You're not dressing like a wife. You're not looking like a wife. So therefore, you're looking like a fantasy. So that's how you're going to be treated, how men are going to approach you. I do believe in you can be sexy, but you can also be classy and modest. So you can't expect to come out here wearing heavy transitional makeup and, all just you look like a fantasy. So why are you shocked that you're looking like something that you don't normally look like? And they're going for that because their goal is to fill out whatever fantasy that, I don't know. It's the Instagram girl look. At first, I was even at a point where I would look on Instagram and be like, it was trending how to get the baddie look, right? On YouTube. And I was even like, how you get that? Like baddie 101. Like, I'm interested too. I want to look like a baddie. But then I realized that those girls, I started to look at their lifestyles and that I want to be married. So I'm like, well, just because you are not dressing like an Instagram baddie doesn't mean you're born in basic. You could be a baddie and a wife. You don't have to look like that per se. You don't have to look like the girls that are in the clubs. You don't have to look like the strippers. You don't have to look like the rapper girlfriends. You can be sexy and feminine and stylish, but look like you're classy. So I am a little conservative when it comes down to that because my early 20s, I was dressing a certain way and I definitely got treated a certain way than if someone to see me, when I was outside of the club. It's different. They would have never approached me because they're like, you don't even look like that type of girl. So I don't know. I feel like your dress, how you present yourself to the world is important. I believe in dressing where you're going. Like, I don't care if I'm not on TV. I'm going to dress like I'm going to be on TV because I dress where I want to be in life. So I'm a little conservative when it comes down to stuff like that.
But I feel like the men cheat on their boring wives with the fun girls. So if that's what you're cheating with, then why don't you just choose to be with that?
Because you are a fantasy and you're not the wife. You're a fantasy.
I don't necessarily agree because niggas will cheat with anything. She
Exactly.
could be bigger. She could look like a gorilla. He gonna cheat. If she let him poke, he gonna cheat. That's just a fact.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So and she could be fine. She could be gorgeous. So I mean, she could be gorgeous. She could be average. She could be ugly. A man gonna do what he gonna do if he want to step out.
Man, the truth is, bro, you don't pay a clown to stay for the whole party, dog.
Sure don't. Sure
don't.
Since y'all want to
don't roll your eyes, Kelly. Don't roll your eyes.
You know what I'm saying? You don't play a clown to stay for the whole party. You come, you entertain, and you leave with that much makeup on, with your eyebrows this goddamn wide, and you know they ain't that wide, right? Take your ass home. That's why ain't nobody picking her, bruh. Like me and Lucky, we had this on Sir Hell. What do you look like for real?
Yeah.
Y'all gonna learn to understand, bro. We just want to know if y'all ugly or not, bruh.
That matters.
Y'all fail algebra. Y'all can't, not y'all. No, never nobody on this panel. Never nobody on the panel. But y'all can't balance a checkbook, but y'all know geometry like a bitch. Y'all know how to fake them angles to make you look skinny and every goddamn thing, bruh.
That's gospel.
They be chopping off half their nose.
Yeah.
That's just facts, right? So again, it's not, she's sitting up there like, all them look alike, bro. We at the point where they all look alike, bro. Y'all all look like ghetto brat dolls, bro.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's brat
Ghetto
dolls.
brat dolls dressed up in $10 Sheen and Fashion Over dresses.
Baps. You ever see Baps?
Yes, sir.
That's damn near
Can
what
I
it
say
look like.
something after Ricky?
I'm sorry, Ricky. I'm sorry.
Right? Like, stop. Like, again, like, you sit up here and complain when you saying yourself out of your own mouth as a woman. You know the people you shop that you looking to get bought, picked me, whatever you want to call them. The way you presenting yourself, they ain't gonna buy it. But you still want to make it illogical. You still want to try to make the logical assessment that they're in the wrong and you're not. You can't make this shit up, bruh.
Syed, I go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to picking it back for like what Ricky's saying and also B. Taylor. I totally agree. But there is something that is called personal branding. And it's literally like if you were looking at a business. I always compare it to a business because we are the owners of our own brand. And the brand is literally how others perceive you. It's the connection that you have with others. You cannot change the image. It's how others see you. But you're responsible in how you carry that. So it's essentially how you project yourself, the values and why it's worth choosing you. And a lot of people don't understand that you are the brand, but you're the responsible. So branding is the actions, that it takes to build or that process, how you influence others. It's, actively shaping that perception that people have from you. And if you don't want to be looked at a certain way, then don't do that. The behavior matters, regardless whether you like it or not. And B. Taylor said it, like, this person is in this specific environment and she's attracting, or she wants to attract this type of man, but her mentality is that I want a different type of man. Then you need to start thinking differently. So working on your branding.
I would agree, Ronan. What's your take on the video, man? She said men are categorizing her based on how she looks, based on how she dresses, her makeup, how she move. Is that right? Is that wrong?
It's right to judge by how you present yourself, not just aesthetically, but how you carry yourself. Because if I got my eye on you, I'm watching how you move. I've always said if your actions, words, and intent don't work in concert, it's all bullshit. So if you don't, and yeah, granted, some women had some tattoos or something like that, but I kicked it with them because they were intellectually sharp. They had that wit. They carried themselves as a woman. She didn't have flimsy femininity. She was about herself. She didn't need to look like she was embalmed or anything like that. She didn't need the infinity wigs. She just carried herself in a respectful manner, in her appearance, how she conducted herself, not in my presence, but outside of it. Things like that. Those things matter more than anything. That's the aesthetics you look for, rather than just like a dusty trophy, which is a conquest. But again, trophies lose their value over time as soon as that dust starts building.
I would agree with that.
Is this
Queen.
a black man thing?
No, it's a man thing.
Because I feel like wealthy white men want to have the most beautiful woman in the room.
It's a whole other show.
You can be beautiful.
Can you
but
be
that don't mean
beautiful
you
without all of that though?
Yeah, you can still be beautiful.
That's what I'm saying. They want the beautiful woman a woman that is actually beautiful. Doesn't have to try too hard. Like I don't see.
So you're talking about black women that wear makeup. I know
not makeup.
Women that wear a lot of makeup.
Not makeup, but like I'm talking about like the butterfly lashes. That's like way out here. The hair that's packed, like you got 4 or 5 packs of hair in your head. You know how that looks when you have so many packs of hair in your head.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, when it comes to certain guys, they like that. They like that lovely liability. She looks the part, but she's more maintenance than anything. More stress on the mind. If you have a solid dude who's about himself, he wants a chick who's an asset, who not only looks the part, but she is the part. She moves as she's supposed to. Not this extra stuff. She doesn't bring unnecessary attention to that man. But again, you got some guys who just like, well, this is my lady, but you can't allow her to talk to people. Otherwise, you show how stupid she is.
It's just simplicity. Like that simplicity looks so many different ways. You can have a little fro with little curls to it. You can have straight hair, similar to B. Taylor. You can have your hair in a ponytail. You can have, braids in your hair. If you chose to put a little weave in your hair in his braids, it's still like simple styles, but you don't have too much makeup on. Like men like just simple. Honestly, we just like we are. We like our women for the most part to be the same.
Black men like that.
Well, I'll say on O's part, especially, that's what stands out to us, the confidence. If you can carry yourself like confidently how you look, you don't have to have extra makeup or anything like that. You're proud of how you look. That'll let us look at you in a different way. Like, that stands out more than anything. There's too many who wear clown makeup looking like Homie the Clown and then doing too much.
I think everybody's makeup on the panel looks great. We're not talking about makeup like
I agree.
that.
We're talking about in general.
I agree. Yeah.
We're talking about the women who are like, I've literally seen a woman literally, it's not blended. It's like heavy contour, like highlight. It's just heavy. And I wanted to say something.
It makes me feel that I will be melting. I don't know. I will feel so uncomfortable. But I wanted to say what Kelly was saying. I understand that because she keeps saying that that's what men like, but that's what men see. That's not what they actually falling for. And you don't want a man to like you, to see you. You want one man, not all of them. You want to stand out from the rest, and that's what the branding does, because that's what makes you unique, and you want to stand out from the crowd. You want to keep your uniqueness.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm seeing it more from her perspective because I am an attractive woman, and I've had men not talk to me because they didn't think I was smart, because they just thought I was a pretty face. And I've had men say to me, "I'm so shocked that you're so intelligent." Just because they're looking at me and they see a pretty face, they just assume I'm not intelligent because I'm pretty. So that's the kind of stuff that does bother me. And I've had players hit on me because nice guys feel like I'm above their, I guess I'm out of their league. They won't even
Why
try.
is that though? Like, why don't we address the real issue? Let me tell you, because what y'all felt, what nobody want to say is that pretty comes with a certain lifestyle. Right? Yeah, I'm not saying every single pretty girl move a certain way, but if we going off being in generals, right? The same way this lady just said on the video, yeah, I work and I make more money, and I make more money than those plain Jane girls because y'all is adjusted and want a certain lifestyle because y'all look good, right? And again, what that lead to, the truth of the matter is, again, the conversations that be had on these panels is that because you cute and you used to a certain lifestyle, you're willing to barter and sell your morality to maintain a certain lifestyle.
Hello.
Yeah.
If we gonna talk about it, let's talk about it. That's why don't nobody want no super pretty. Now I ain't gonna even say because everybody want a pretty girl. I mean, if every dude can get a 10, he would definitely shoot for one. But again, we understand that a woman that moves in a certain way, presenting herself a certain way, taking more time to do her makeup, her hair, and lashes than she do to take care of the baby, gonna come with certain things we gotta deal with.
Yeah, but there are women that are pretty that have morals. That doesn't.
That is true.
All my sisters.
And again, that's true. But the thing is, like, as Ricky said, yeah, there's an air of maintenance that comes with that. Now, we've seen pretty women that have some very horrible living conditions or how they carry themselves. Filthy cars, filthy purses. They got a sleeping bag next to the oven. Depends on the person. But
a sleeping bag.
Yeah. I remember like
not too much on a dirty car, because look, my car get out of control at times, and
my car
phone in my purse.
Don't snitch on yourself.
That's all. That's all. I think this transformation happened probably just like in the last 5 years, maybe I would say 5 to 6 years. I mean, from what I've seen, like it kind of started like 2013, 2014 ish, but it was real light. But then it really took off with women being makeup artists and women going get their face beat just to go out to the club. Then it became an everyday thing instead of you, because years ago, like when you would get your face done like that, like really made up, that was like special occasions. It was a wedding going on, something like special baby shower, something like that. But it was like now you got to go the extra mile every single day. And
Again,
to me,
we're talking about Black women. This just started
yeah,
with Black women because white
yeah.
women have been wearing makeup since they were 4.
I mean, I feel like it's
I
rubbed
remember in
off.
high school.
I feel like it's rubbed off on
Girls in my
everybody.
cheerleading squad, high school girls in my cheerleading squad would show up early and they'd be like, "Hey, Shane," I'm like, "Who are you?" "It's me, Amy," and I didn't recognize her because she didn't have her makeup on yet. They will cake that on from like 14 on. Black girls didn't wear it because we didn't have to, but then we started doing it to keep up with the Joneses of other races.
We
And
weren't
it's a big
allowed
deal
to.
because other races never say it to me, but Black men are like, "Why do you wear makeup? Why do you?"
It took off. It took off like college. Like college was like when it took off, kind of. I agree.
All right, hold tight. Go ahead, Queen.
Okay, so I'm going to get back to the video and the lady in the video. So to me, in my opinion, she's misguided for a number of reasons. Anytime I hear a woman talking about herself and then comparing herself to another woman at the same time talking about herself, I automatically think misguided. Because first of all, you're supposed to be in your own lane. That's supposed to be a distraction. You're not supposed to even be worried about what another woman has going on, right? Number one, if you are wife material, that's the first thing. So the first thing I thought, she's misguided. The second thing I thought is, it's not a pretty versus wife or a pretty, my dog is kicking me, sorry, or a pretty versus basic. That's the story that she's had to tell herself for not being chosen. Okay. So in her head, what she's saying is, I'm more pretty, I'm fun, but he chose a basic bitch, right? No, that's a story that you're telling yourself to get through that hurt and that pain, right? Men do like fun girls. He's going to fun you and he's going to fuck you. And then he's going to be done with you. A fun girl's equivalent to a fuck boy, if we're going to keep it real. Okay. So he's going to Netflix, chill you, fly you out, wine you, dine you. He's going to have a lot of fun. I'm keeping it like 100. Right.
you.
And then he's done. So you tell yourself his wife is boring. You tell yourself I'm more attractive, but that has nothing to do with anything. Men know that, women don't. And that's why you get tricked out of your coochie, because you're constantly using your coochie to win over a man. And then you are completely like in disbelief that when you did everything that you thought you were supposed to do with your body, you're still not being chosen. So that's the first thing.
With all due respect, Queen Sheba, when they lack confidence, they put their coochie on clearance.
And then he goes back home to his average 5-piece, because according to you, she can't be a dime piece because you the dime piece, but that's fine. He goes back to the 5-piece, right? The basic one. He wines her. He wipes her. He vacations her. He pledges his love to her. She's everything. She's in the will. She's in the testament. She's on the mortgage, right? So stop comparing yourself to a 5. Stop comparing yourself to a Michelle Obama, because Michelle Obama physically is a 5, right? So women, I really think you do yourselves a disservice when you start to compare yourself to average women, because an average woman will embarrass you each and every time. That's just my 2 cents.
That's facts. That's facts. Like I said, y'all don't know the difference between, like I said, clowns. You don't play clowns. You don't play clowns to stay for the whole party, bro.
Yeah.
Y'all need to start realizing that shit. Like again, nobody on this panel and nobody in the chat, right? Y'all like looking at Multiplier Man and shit. Y'all like all y'all the same, bro. All y'all for real the same. Like, okay, you look alike, and you look alike. Y'all what? Goddamn! Like, no wonder Sephora's stock is going through the goddamn roof. Y'all all look the same, bro. And y'all think, but what's crazy
billion-dollar industry.
Right. What's crazy, right? Y'all look at these one-shot deals. Oh, she's with this rapper or this guy get money. But then the very next week, y'all see some shit on the Shade Room that he been fucking 12 bitches.
Yep.
And then wonder, oh, she's so pretty. Oh, you know what? Because I do my hair just like her, and I put all this makeup on and all this other bullshit. When a man, the thing he looking for at the end of the day is a woman, not a facsimile thereof, bruh. And a lot of y'all is carbon copies of each other.
That nigga preaching.
Hold on, real quick, Lucky. We're gonna get Lucky in the inside. We're gonna come right to you. Go ahead, Lucky.
I feel like everybody pretty much said everything. But just going off of the video, I would say the first thing I thought was she was very confident with a whole lot of shit on that we don't even know what she looked like. So if you're this confident looking like this, I want to know why you're not as confident looking the way you look. When you do look at women like that, you do think of stripper, you do think of people who got somewhere to go because of what it represents. And I like that he said brat doll, because that is the look now. That's what people champion. And then once this over, there will be another look that people want to go into. So there's always something that's trending. There is something out now, articles saying more women are trying to look like the filters on Instagram and things like that. They're trying to get this certain type of look, and they're going to keep chiseling away. And the thing about it is that you have to keep getting the maintenance for those things. It's just like injections and things like that. Injections were designed for women who had cellulite and certain things, where it was just supposed to be certain areas and then you have to do the work. But now women are getting that microwave type of thing. Like it's easy to cover up things versus taking care of your skin. It's easy to pay this much money for hair instead of putting that into your own hair and actually taking care of yourself and being confident in who you are. And let's just be real. I think too, I'm gonna have to play both sides, because I feel like when we judge women like this, the fact that women see the value through their vagina, kind of like what Queen was saying, we're thinking that that's what men like, because when we're talking about the girl next door and things like that, we're comparing ourselves with her. Sometimes women lay up with the women that look like her and talk about the boring girl. Oh, she not this, she not that, just to sweeten you up. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is that when you do see the girl who he marries, but I'm still getting certain money, I'm still able to still get access to the same thing she is. He probably got me in an apartment. He probably gonna have my baby. I'm probably gonna be in your life. It's a lot of things that can happen with the fun girl. And I think sometimes now in today, the fun girl and the wife are still getting the same thing, except when you die, they're gonna call her first. I just gotta make sure the money he giving me, I gotta do something with it. So I'm speaking from a lot of girls that I know, that I've been around, that are the pretty girls, the bartenders where the husband come in and he's pouring out his personal issues to the bartender. So now she feel like she like them. So I think the thing is that the women are getting confused with being a fun time versus what that is of being a wife. And some women, they get on this roller coaster where they're okay with being the fun girl until they want to be a wife. And then you use now you got to make these changes. Now you seeing, you know what I'm saying? You seeing women like this. So I don't know. I'm conflicted. I kind of see why she's saying that, because her value is through her sex. But at the same time, I feel like when we're talking about she's getting treated how she looks, I mean, it's just like a man who's walking down the street and you got all the aesthetics of somebody who looked like trouble, but you wondering why people are profiling you like trouble. That's just how I feel, but y'all can feel different.
I got pushback.
Hold on, Rick.
You got it, Rick.
We're gonna go to Saida, and then I think B Taylor came off of mic too. You want to jump in there, B Taylor?
No. I was gonna say something, but about the makeup part. We rather cover up. As somebody who's dealt with like hormonal acne and spent like thousands of dollars trying to fix my face, I was very insecure about my scars that the acne would leave. So I don't agree with that, because people just drink water, eat healthy. I did all that. I was vegan for a full year. I tried everything. I went to the doctor. I got facials, everything. In that process, in that time, that did mess with my insecurity, because I couldn't, at one point when my face was really bad, it's like I couldn't even look somebody in their eye, because I felt like all they were doing was staring at my scars. So a lot of people, some people do wear makeup because of their they just want you to look at them and not their imperfections first.
All right, Sayed, I go ahead, and then Ricky, we come right to you, bro.
Yeah, I actually agree with Lucky to a certain point. It's contradicting sometimes, but I would say we're humans and we judge others. Just like they say, hey, don't judge a book by its cover. But we have no chance to change that first impression. Like as soon as I saw her, I have an impression of her, and nobody can erase that. It's same thing happens with whoever you go outside, a girl, a woman. They're gonna be like, oh, at first I thought you were in a certain way until I kind of got to know you a little more. But if this is the cover that you're presenting and you don't want to be judged by it, then you need to change that cover, because immediately you have this perception. People, you can't change that. So I think we have to take care of our covers too. It can be catchy, but it doesn't have to be like that, and I just think that that's something very important. Go ahead, Ricky.
Go ahead, Rick.
I wanted to push back on what Lucky said about the it ain't even really pushback because she telling the truth, so I can't really push back on her. I just wanted to address that again. As far as the fun girl, right? Nobody on this panel, right? We can't continue to give them a way out with that and excuse that, because again, they shouldn't be messing with a dude that's giving them sob stories about his girl anyway. You see what I'm saying? Like I don't feel pity on a woman that's cheating with a man that she know got a woman. Right? I don't feel no pity on that. You playing the game, so whatever lies you getting told or whatever dreams you getting sold, you don't even got to buy them. You get a discount and a free coupon. You know what I'm saying? So we can't use that, right? It's different now if that was the game and he was single and she was single and they met up and then it was, rigmarole put into it. But, like him talking down about his girl, that should let you know what he on and why you messing with him to begin with.
That's going to be you. I have a question though.
Hold on, Kelly. We're gonna go to Ronan, then we're gonna come right to you. Right after Ronan. Go ahead, Ronan.
Well, I'll say from personal experience, I've been with two women who went through that whole dramatic situation called the Big Chop. And they were just out there dramatically crying and worrying about, it's like, you gonna leave me? Because I sit there and I had to make this transition. Like, cool, do that shit. And yeah, in a sense, you kind of reassure with that person, but it's like, look, it's how you see yourself. If you don't like a certain look, if you worry about certain things about your health, that's why I've said the whole thing about perfectly flawed and delightfully disgusting. It comes into confidence about how you view yourself. Are you having fun with yourself? Would you like you? If you can't sell me on you, why am I there with you? And that's what most men deal with. It's like, look, they could tell you all the great things they do, and most guys do. But most times it's on deaf ears because you worry about what social media is talking about or what your edgeless oracle friends are talking about, when really it should be just you. If we like you for your conservative self, that's why I say I like that chick that's delightfully disgusting, because she knows when it's time to turn it on, that's her. She's in her bag. Do your thing. Don't worry about what everyone else's standard is. Just be you, and that's what helps you stand out. All them chicks that might have makeup, some of them are basic as shit.
I'm gonna go after Kelly.
Kelly. Go ahead, Kelly.
So my question is, why are we comparing the 5 average wife to the fun girl 10 when they're both getting cheated on?
I'll answer that, because the girl said that she's getting overlooked for an average woman. And then you also gave an example that men cheat with fun girls.
They do?
So I think that's how that combination and that example came into play.
They do, but the wife is still getting cheated on. So I don't know why it's even being made about women.
So the
why
woman,
not, if you're happy with the wife that you have?
so at that point, it's not about the wife. At that point, it's about that woman that's allowing her body to be used, and that man. That wife has nothing to do with that. She has nothing to do with a grown woman's choice to cheat with the man. So we're going to keep the wife out of it.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
My
Everybody wants
question
to drag a wife into their terrible and horrible decisions.
My question is, why are we not talking about the man being happy with the woman he chose?
Or we could talk about a beautiful woman being happy with herself and getting her own man.
I agree with that too. A man can't cheat unless you cheat with him.
Yeah. So what kind of woman with any self-esteem that claims to be so beautiful and fun feels like she has to share and lay down with a man who lays down with another woman and another woman and another woman? So, I mean, there's a lot of things that we can peel back, right? And talk about. There's a lot on the table.
I'm gonna shut up. Go ahead.
No, I agree.
I just wanted to just be Taylor point really quick. I will say when you was talking about the acting, like there are men, plenty of men again, because we like you natural and being yourself. Like you understanding that you have that. Like with some men, they could just be examining you. Like they looking at it just to kind of study you because they can count how many you have on your face. You know what I'm saying? It just be like, but it's stuff like that because they like you so
Connecting
much.
the dots and stuff, I guess.
They like you so much, they really like paying attention. Like, is it an old scar? Is it a new scar? You know what I'm saying? It could be stuff like that. So just wearing that with confidence too, like guys would still date you even with that. Now, if it was just completely your face completely covered, I think that's different. But when you have, some here, some there, I think that's, that's kind of natural. It happens. As long as you're trying to help yourself and trying to fix it, you know what I'm saying? I don't think men would have a problem with it.
And I compliment what O was saying. It's like I had to have a conversation about an ex having fibroids. So we have to have those in-depth conversations about where we're at, where we're going. Yeah, you're dealing with certain things. So are men. So if we're into each other like that, we have to have those difficult discussions. I know you can have your insecurities about certain things as they will do, as men do. But if we're about moving forward, we have to be honest with ourselves and each other, not live this lie that most people want to, or look, Facebook or relationship goals. Your goal should be like working on each other and building each other and being better than you were last year or even last month.
All right, man. We're gonna pay some bills real quick, and then I got another question for y'all that's gonna take us a bit deeper into this rabbit hole. First and foremost, who was this? Lil Logic's crazy as hell. Who on the panel dated an oatmeal pie?
Ain't nothing wrong with little oatmeal pie, man. Ain't nothing wrong with little Debbie.
Little Debbie,
crazy as hell, bro. Devoted 7 game with a 2-piece. What's up, Cool Fan? What's up, gang? Appreciate you pulling up, kicking it with us, man, for sure. Spencer Campbell with the 5-piece. Fun girl only. Keyword is only. That's real. Antoine Guthrie, the 2-piece. She made a bed and now don't want to lay in it
because she gonna ruin the pillowcases.
My man, Rick.
That nigga flagrant for that. Chemo with the 5-piece. Judgment is one of the main reasons humanity hasn't gone extinct. We are very judgmental creatures. Anyone that tells you they don't judge is a liar. I agree. Devoted with the 5-piece. Judge me all you want. I miss when women were confident in their natural look. Yeah. Chemo 2-piece. How old is she? If I had to guess, I say about 26, 25, somewhere.
She's in her late 20s.
Oof.
I figured. Yeah, that's it's getting rough. Gavin, it's getting rough. Reality setting in. Gavin with the 5-piece. You get judged off how you carry yourself, even though you ain't supposed to judge a man, woman. It's simple. And again, going back to what a few super chats before, we could say you're not supposed to judge people. The fact is,
we have to.
Motherfuckers is judging books by covers every
You are
day.
supposed to judge people.
We're supposed to.
Yeah, actually, I learned that recently. It doesn't really. God also says it is okay to judge.
It's judge according to righteous judgment.
Righteous way.
That's the game, though. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't get why people are not really true about it. Like, the game at the end of the day is I'm trying to hit. You know what I'm saying? And that's what, and y'all trying to get hit. That's the game. Everything else around that is superficial. It all leads to that at the end of the day, the beginning, the end, the alpha and omega, right? That's why y'all want to gotta look a certain way. That's why y'all want a guy that smell a certain way. This is why all these conversations on these panels, just like, well, like you said, hey, I got to be attracted to you. You're going to be laying on me all my life, bro.
Rick's a man.
Right?
Real though.
That's what y'all not understanding. Y'all try to, because we live in a civilized society, y'all really deny the nature of people, bro. Women are a certain way, and men are a certain way, right? And no matter what, when rubber hits the road, that nature gonna come out.
Delightfully disgusting.
Hey man, Miss Parker with the 2-piece: observing, assessing, or judging. All
Judging.
three.
All three.
All
Keep it
three.
real. Jason with the
Noticing.
20-piece. We appreciate you, man. You say assumptions and pattern recognition are learning tools. If 8 out of 10 women who look like that exhibit certain characteristics, would it be prudent to invest in the next woman who looks like her, hoping she's different? That is a fact.
Amen.
Which is, and the irony is, if I'm gonna just give a little take, I got a little more to add to this, but I'm gonna give a little take now. The irony to this is that's exactly how men view women like that. Replaceable. Yeah, we gonna have fun. Yeah, your head may be incredible. You know what I'm saying? Ass may be amazing. Arch may be perfect. You may throw it back, ride them off away. All that. But fact is, when a man looks at you and the way you carry yourself, and he knows that there are 100 other women just like you that look just like you, same shape, same wig, same eyelash, same makeup pattern,
Same BBL.
same BBL.
Damn.
'Cause that's
Same
y'all
shine
fucking-
clothes, boohoo. You know they all shop there too.
That's
Same
honest. So
Instagram
that's-
shots, same walk away photos.
Come on, man. Same knee bent up with the toe standing
So
on
Yep.
the toe, standing
Chinese
to the side. So you
split,
can arch
all
your ass.
that.
Like it's 100 women on this timeline. You know what? You don't believe me? Take his phone. The next time you go to his crib, or if you fucking with him when he step away from his wife and fuck with you, look through his phone and go on his Instagram and look at his explore page. I guarantee you see 10 women just like you before you scroll down twice.
Wait a second. You could look at a man's explore page on his Instagram.
Slow down.
I said,
No,
I
you
said
have
would
to have
get
his
his phone.
His
Oh,
phone.
his phone. I was like, how you do
His
that?
phone.
But look,
His phone.
no, we're not doing that.
We're not doing that
We
today.
weren't about to give you the secret all the way now.
Right. Yeah. You see her trying to connive. But yeah, so just real dead ass. Like if you are in some way, and I'm not advising you to go through motherfucker's phone, but I'm just saying, if so happened the phone
Nah,
is
go through
open
that
and in
phone.
your hand,
Nope.
and you in the bathroom with the door locked, if you just happen to be in that position,
Damn it, Trill.
all
You
I'm
grab that
saying is
phone.
this,
You grab that
Right.
phone. Period.
log into his gram and look at this floor page. I guarantee you, there's 10 women in there that look just like you, and that's how replaceable you are to them. That's just honest. JS, the listeners with the 2-piece. Kelly doesn't know what white women like in a woman.
Whoa.
Or white men. Or
Or white
men.
men like in a woman.
You said what?
Say Kelly doesn't know what white men like in a woman.
I think Kelly's been approached by damn near every type of man on the planet.
Oh yeah. Easily.
Certainly.
Easily.
All right, Antoine with the 5-piece. He's the type who will pass up the guy with Levi jeans and a t-shirt. Bye, Felicia. She did kind of come off as that type. Spencer Campbell with the 5-piece. No, they want to look like RuPaul. Shout out to Kevin Samuels. Rest in peace to KS, man. Antoine with the 10-piece. She has been passed around now. She's looking for the quarterback for the Broncos.
Uh-oh. Let's ride.
Hey, look, man. Hey, man. Make sure y'all tap into the pod next week, man. We're gonna deep dive into Russell's play ever since Future say he was back smashing Sierra. But that's another conversation for another day. Money Man with the 20-piece. Appreciate it, bro. You say black women are fighting to uphold beauty standards. They don't reflect their natural beauty. My earliest memory, my mom straightening my sister's hair because she couldn't go to school, quote unquote, nappy headed. It's learned. Also a form of self-hate. That's real. Nappy headed is a word that we throw around a lot in our community. That is a fact. See none with the 10-piece. We appreciate you donating, gang. Appreciate you tapping in. We got Jeffrey with the 5-piece. If someone told me Ricky was Ice Cube mentor, I'd believe it. Dude, calm, cool, and collected, and talks that talk. That is a fact, man. Shout out to bro.
Ricky solid.
Yes, sir. Jeffrey, again, there's a difference between judging and condemning people. We are supposed to make critical assessments, but we have to be honest in our assessments. I would agree with that. JS with the 2-piece. White men like natural-looking women as a wife.
I would disagree.
They do not.
They want their woman to. I grew up in an all. Trust me, they want their woman to wear makeup. I never forget this. My white friend in high school. It starts young too. She went around him and his friends with no makeup on. He told her, "Don't you ever embarrass me like that. You go do your hair and you put on some makeup." He told her that, and that's how they are.
That's some wild shit. I ain't even gave my take on this shit.
Well,
Our
how does she
genes a
look
little
without?
different
She
though.
didn't look bad. She just looked naturally. She didn't look bad at all. He was just like, "No, go put on some
They're
makeup."
okay with it after she turns like 50, and then she gets her little man boy haircut and looks like his brother. But before that, they want their wife to look good.
Because they want they want the world not to know that he really like his brother. So
Oh my, y'all flagrant here this evening. Real quick, man, before we go any further, man, make sure that y'all tap that like button, man. If y'all ain't like the stream, we appreciate it, man. Y'all done been rocking with us. This chat done been moving. Salute to the Mars. I'm seeing y'all kicking motherfuckers out. I'm seeing y'all checking what needs to be checked. I ain't seen spam in the chat. I ain't seen none of that. So y'all doing y'all thing, man. Salute to y'all. But yeah, make sure y'all tap that like button. I didn't even get to respond to the video. I forgot. Before we go any further, my take on what she had to say is very, very simple. Just like I kind of alluded to just a minute ago. I think she getting nervous. And, I asked the question, like, did she have a, point or whatever in terms of like men judging her the way that it wasn't like, is that right or whatever? I think it is. Just like anything else, men go through the same thing. Let me rephrase. Black men go through the same thing. Right? When we walk into that corporate office, we can't walk in there with our pants sagging and tattoos and shit showing and earrings and shit and fresh J's and shit on our feet, grill in our mouth, chains on our neck. No, because we walk in there like that, we're gonna be assumed to be thugs, criminals. That's just what it is. Now, is it right? It doesn't matter whether or not it's right. But what is true is you will be put into a category based on your appearance and based on how you carry yourself. So as a woman, you have to dress for the type of man that you want to attract. And fact is, when we see women looking like she look, I'm gonna be all the way honest. We thinking temporary. I'm not bringing that around my mama. I'm not bringing that to the family reunion. I ain't doing none of that. We gonna kick it. We gonna have sex. You gonna go home. I'm gonna go to my house, and we're gonna continue going about our life. Anything serious? No. I'm gonna mess with you when it's convenient for me to. So even men that got girls and wives, whatever the case may be, yeah, he is messing with you. You're right. He tapping in. He calling you. 3 a.m., 2 a.m., as Smooth would say, or when his wife is out of town, or when y'all both in the same city away from where you live. Sure. But in terms of prioritization, you have none. Matter of fact, he could be with you. And if the wife call, he getting his ass up and going home. So again, you have to dress for the type of man that you want to attract. And fact is, if you look at all these dudes' wives, you look at a LeBron wife, you look at a Steph wife, you look at a Denzel Washington wife, a Samuel Jackson wife, or it just go down the line. These women don't look like that. They don't. So you got to ask yourself, like, am I attracting, just like Queen so eloquently stated, a fuck boy, or a man who's, again, if he's willing to cheat on his wife with you, that tell you everything you need to know about him anyway. But that's neither here nor there. It depends on what you want. If you out for a fun time, cool, lean into that. Go mess with him. But it sounds to me like, it's like I said, she getting nervous. She getting into them late 20s, getting close to 30. Friends around her getting married. She'd have been a bridesmaid 15 times, all type of shit. Now it's, oh man, I need to find somebody that's shooting already dug a ditch already. Just like y'all should say, she an MUA makeup and a dancer.
And a hairdresser, and she a notary public on the side.
Yeah. Hey, that's real right. They do be doing that notary shit on the side. But real rap though, as far as for men to take you serious for real, if we're gonna be honest, you gonna have to move. Because all them dudes in that city know you already. And again, aesthetic, going back to the title of this thing, is very important. And the aesthetic of how he looks with you on his arm, walking around that city, is important. So, you know, my advice would be watch how you move, man. Watch how you carry yourself. Watch how you dress. Watch the type of dudes that you mess with. Watch all that. Like how much you prioritize. There's a lot of women that's gorgeous as hell, accepting less than daily.
Mhm.
And they tend to look like that, if I'm gonna just be honest. But you know, that's my take on it, man. Prayers to all parties involved, like I always say.
Facts.
It's
Is
just
that-
We
real.
gonna pray for you,
Thanks.
sis. We gonna pray for you. That's all we can do.
Thank-
Wait, what's wrong with LeBron James' wife?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. What are you talking about?
But she got it with him from the mud. You feel me? She been in there since the gym. Since he got into the gym, he been in the gym. You know what I'm
She
saying?
been shooting jumpers.
The fact of the matter is, right? Like, look, okay, so with like he said, that ladies that look like that usually looking for a certain thing and a certain type of lifestyle. That certain type of lifestyle that they end up getting or they want to settle for is a certain type of lifestyle with dough. You know what type of dudes though that got dough that do stuff like that move like that? They got options.
Yeah.
I'm just
And
trying to
you are option.
Yeah.
You are
And
option.
I got
1,
compared
2,
to
3,
Savannah
4,
before,
6,
so
7.
I'm just trying to make sure like there's what you was trying to say.
Nah,
That
man,
was a
Yeah,
good-
like-
that was a
Savannah
good
is
reference.
solid,
That
bro.
was a
And the
good
thing
reference.
is, Savannah could be out here wilding in terms of how she's shaped, in terms of how pretty
Yeah.
she is, and all that. And even despite as bad as she is, she would never embarrass Braun like that.
No.
Never. She out
Yeah.
here moving how she supposed to move. She dressing the way she dressed. Photo shoots come up. She ain't got ass high shorts on, ass cheeks hanging out the bottom, all that shit.
But
she
you
ain't
know
moving
it's
like
there.
that. She moving
You
like
know
a
it's there,
grown
though.
ass woman. She moving like a grown ass
Shit.
woman. And as you
She
see,
never dropped that business in the street, bro.
No.
hell no. So,
Taylor,
again, take note from those type of women. That's what I'm saying. Like if you look at the motherfuckers that been together for a long time, aside from Will and Jada, they on some bullshit. But the rest, everybody else, in terms of celebrities, because I mean, I could point to motherfuckers in my neighborhood, but y'all don't know them. So we got to go to celebrities because that's who y'all familiar with, right? So if you look at the motherfuckers that been together for a long time, Denzel was like his wife, how long? 30, 40 years, something like that. You ain't never seen her come out and embarrass Denzel in no red carpet with no ass hot dress on and no crazy shit like what?
Nope.
No, Braun, same way. Savannah ain't coming to embarrass him like that. Steph, Aisha ain't coming to embarrass him like that. That's crazy. But you see a lot of these chicks that be, again, the Ari Fletchers, the Lyrical Lords, all these motherfuckers that be dating these rappers.
Sweeties.
Come to these award shows, embarrassing they man on Instagram, embarrassing they man, all type of shit. And then you look up 2 months later and they right back in the streets looking for another rapper.
And
It's a
you can
reason for
only
that.
take those kind of girls to certain events.
It's called
Because-
bookmark booty for a reason.
Okay, that makes sense. And the reason why I say that is because there's in order to get those kind of surgeries look that way, you have to adapt that entire lifestyle, right? It's like going natural, which you have to take on the entire lifestyle, but you also have to know what village you belong to. Because I was at a funeral and a girl, when you get the BBL, was standing at the casket, completely disrupted the entire funeral. I mean, we were all staring because it was just like, you know what I'm saying?
Damn.
But in a way that's like, now you with normal people, so you look you look different. That's what I'm trying to say. So you can only take, I'm not saying you don't look beautiful, you look different depending on what circle you move within. And that's why you get a lot of visits at night. That's why he don't bring you out to, a lot of things publicly, because you don't fit in certain crowds. That's it.
That's a really good point. I did want to add in here when y'all mentioned celebrities. I don't just think of Black because Amari Hardwick's wife is very unattractive in my opinion, and she is not Black. But she was there, like Ricky was saying, since he was busted and disgusted. So I think that's the point. Most women who look like her, they don't have the writer in them. Like they're not going to be there in the times where they need you to be. Because if we look at the males too, it's a lot of men who had to wait till they got some money. Because you know that saying, it ain't that you ugly, you just broke. Sometimes they had to wait till they got some money to really blossom. And if you looked at them before, they probably was fat. They probably was everything going on. And then when you see them now, you like, dang, he too fine for her. But no, they both was probably raggedy. And then you just seeing the buildup of what she made this man. And now you have the girls that look like her looking at this man, because we say Kevin Samuels a lot, and he looked different then than he did when he started making more money.
Well, we can't call him ugly. We call him aesthetically challenged.
And the truth of the matter is, ladies, the same way y'all use in general arguments that a man leading with money will see his demise. Right? It's the same way.
Yeah, that's true.
And again, these are the standards that people are setting for each other, right? We don't want to look past the superficial. So 9 times out of 10, you're going to get what you asking for because you looking at things the wrong way, right? So the same way a man, y'all sit up there, he simping, take him for what for whatever he put out there, run him through the dirt, run his pockets, girl. And when his money leave, you leave, is the same way y'all leading with y'all looks. And when them looks, when that BBL drop and them fake titties start scarring up and falling out your shirt, when that makeup don't cover it up like it used to, and your lips don't match because the filler don't work no more, it's the same way you gonna lose. Because again, the same way that man is using his currency to lead you is the same way you're using your looks to get to him. And y'all need to learn, I don't care what y'all say, this makeup, it'll never be the natural pretty girl, bruh.
Sure won't.
Never.
Everybody wasn't blessed to have that is what it is. That's life.
Right. And that's when you go outside of big cities like Houston and Dallas and Chicago, you will see a highway with like 8 lanes, right? Get your ass out the fast lane.
He different.
There's somebody behind you flashing their lights. Get your ass out the way.
Women they want to compete for the best of the best, so they'll put on some makeup and go out there.
But to compliment what Ricky said, it's like you want to compete, be the best version of yourself. Be confident in your shit. Walk in your lane. You were built a certain way, you move a certain way. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing, because a lot of them either is bought, rented, or leased.
But that's, y'all say stay in your lane. I don't even know what that is. I'll date if you not even. I've dated people where people was like, "Why are you dating that person?" And they not on, because that's who I want to date. So that's confusing because y'all don't have that same for men.
Why does their opinion
matter?
matter?
The thing is that when you see it, like the uniqueness is like staying, is who you are, keeping that essence of who you are. Because when you're competing with other, that's competition already. That it is a bunch of those things out there already. So you want to stand out from the crowd. You want to keep that uniqueness, and it doesn't matter all that makeup, all this stuff. You can see that a lot out there. So if you keep yourself, someone is going to notice that uniqueness. Like when you think of a brand, whatever brand it is,
but it may be someone you don't like.
No, but it's not what you don't like, but what you want is to attract someone that likes you.
No, it should be both. You should want to be with somebody, and that person, it's not, I'm out here, who's going to choose me? Who's going to pick me up? No.
Do you want the real you or the representative to be accepted?
When you compare yourself, you don't compare the negative aspects of yourself to someone else, to the negative of no. When I think about what I want, I'm like, okay, you know what? I want a marriage like my grandparents, the ones that they had. I want to look like my grandma. I want to be seen as how she is. What are the good qualities that she has that I need to improve? What are the qualities that she has that I don't? And that's comparing in a positive way. And that's what we need to learn how to do. Because Trill mentioned that earlier, like comparing and all that, but noticing how these women look, and not just look, but how they act and how you perceive them, how they project themselves out there. And you want to imitate that if that's a quality, but you have certain uniqueness that is going to make you just you. There's a lot of iPhone 14s out there. Someone is going to have it, right? There's a lot of cars, different brands, but they're the same. But we are humans and we're just one. It's uniqueness. You want to keep that. And that's what makes you special.
So you saying that a woman should just go out there and wait for a man to notice her beauty and her uniqueness? Is that what you're saying?
I'll say
let me give you an example. There's a bunch of people out there in the chat looking at this right now. I don't care who's noticing me. If someone noticed me, that's okay. But I'm not trying to impress no one. I'm not trying to do that. If that happens along the way, all right, good. But it requires more than just noticing my beauty to get to know me and who I really am. That's just the book of the cover, and that's just how I'm projecting myself right now. But
I'm sorry, to answer your question, B. Taylor, I would probably say, yeah, as a woman, that's your job, just to be you, just be. I think a lot of women are uncomfortable with just being. So they become hunters. That's it. That's my 2 cents. But yeah, just be.
Not hunters, but I'm saying if a woman wants to put on makeup and you know, if she's
I think you should wear makeup if you want to wear makeup. But I think the makeup issue was the lady had on too much makeup.
Right.
That's,
I said that, but I'm saying like y'all saying like, well, just go out there and see who likes you.
Yeah, what do you think it would happen if she
And
stops
just
the
choose
show for
whoever
like
likes
2 or 3
you. Like,
weeks?
what if you don't like them?
You're supposed to
No.
know.
No, see,
Person likes you.
Maybe
But
I'm
what do you
confused.
Yeah,
What
like
y'all
B. Taylor,
saying,
what do you
what
think
y'all
it will
trying to
happen
say.
if she stops the show for like 3 weeks and stops wearing all that and then starts being herself? Like, just put all that on the side for like a month and see what happens. Just test it.
I've done that.
my thing is this though. My thing is this though, right? How can a man find you when you don't know you?
That's my point.
They'll find you. They don't care.
I see that. See, there you go. There you go. Right. If we didn't care, then if every man didn't care, then we wouldn't have whatever her name was, Pennywise, right? Complaining about the men she want not finding her. How do y'all expect a man to love y'all when y'all don't even know enough of yourselves to love yourselves? You out here putting on a face that don't belong to you and you think it's okay. Think about that. Fuck your feelings, right? Fuck your feelings and how you feel it should be. I want you to honestly think about that. That you within your own mind as a woman don't feel that the face that God and your parents birthed you with is enough for a man.
No, I don't think that's what it is, but I don't feel like I said, nobody on this panel, mostly everybody's was on this panel wearing makeup. That's not, I'm pretty sure if we was to take our makeup off, we wouldn't look that much of a difference. That's what I'm trying to say.
I agree. I think makeup is okay.
See outside, or what are you shaking your head for?
I'm saying that makeup is not what you put in your face. That's
No,
not.
but when I said the comment of, I think if the women here who are wearing makeup was to take it off, they would look the same, and you was. So I'm just trying to address what that was. Was that what you?
Because it's not true. I'm disagreeing with it.
How you know?
Because I am a woman.
You seen us without makeup?
I'm just saying that it's not. I'm disagreeing with it.
And here's the thing though, it's like,
I'm not saying it would be bad or wrong. I'm not saying it would look bad. I'm saying no. And why I'm saying this, even I go on a first date without makeup.
And good for you.
Without makeup. And I'm not the prettiest woman on the world. I don't care who sees me like that. Actually, my features are very Creole. Yes.
No, your features are the preference of Black men. So that's why you feel comfortable.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Not really. No. Actually, I'm going to prove you're wrong. But one day, I'll show you.
Oh, wow.
So I was going to say, like, okay, hey, everybody, how y'all doing?
Welcome, Marcus.
What's happening, bro?
Yeah, what up, G?
What up, Joe? These women look beautiful. You know, all skin types is the perfect complexion for affection. You feel me? So let's put that on the table first. If y'all want to see what people's wives look like and what men really choose, go to the zoo on a Sunday.
Mm.
When you see people with their families, that's when you really see what people's wives look like. Like, if you go to the club the night before or you get on a boat party, that's just, you know, that is what it is. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times them girls didn't slept with everybody, or not everybody, but a lot of people in the same clique, or rotate clique to clique. You know what I'm saying? And we, as men, we got rules behind stuff like that. And you will get, you know what I'm saying, obliterated if you try and white somebody that was from the boat. that the homie last week was hitting in a bathroom on the boat. You know what I'm saying? You just can't do stuff like that. So a lot of times the plain girl don't be on the scene. It's like a lot of people talk about like, is she on the scene yet? Is she on the scene yet? What, like, I think that was Ricky or Trill. One of them said you're gonna have to move to another area, because once you own the scene, you own the scene. Your name's circulating. And as much as y'all might not think men speak, we speak. Even click to click. We'll be like, bro, them keep some, that we keep some. Oh, I know her. What's to that? Like, we are straight up ask. He be like, man, that shit. Or no, yeah.
The truth
You know what I'm
is,
saying?
Marcus, my bad, bro. But the truth is, and I told y'all this before, players play, bro. We'll put a man on you. We'll put a dude on you if you a fun chick. Hey, she going, dog.
Yeah.
But y'all want to be, like I said, and again, those girls come with certain faces. They come with certain traits.
And tendencies.
But y'all want to be included in these groups with these ghetto brats down when we telling you, for you to even, for a woman to even sit, look, fellas, tell me if I'm lying. Most men move on an individual level.
Yep.
Right? Our job and understanding is to stand out. I don't wear Gucci and all that shit because I understand fuck boys wear that shit most of the time. And what I mean when I say that, the dude you see in a Gucci t-shirt, Gucci jeans, Gucci socks, Gucci shoes, Gucci wallet hanging out with the Gucci hat.
G'd up.
Right?
I mean, does it say
monogram everywhere?
We understand we got to separate ourselves, bro, because we're individuals. We have individual things we have to present. We have to be different for a lady because, again, most dudes out here move the same.
Yes.
Right? And it's the same for y'all. If y'all moving like the rest of them, y'all going the wrong way. Y'all swimming upstream. Stop taking up for this madness.
Yeah.
It doesn't float. And you're not going to win this one. This the one y'all not going to win. The fact is, we're looking to love you for you, not for what you see in her and what you might see in her and what you might see in her. No, who are you? And until you can be who you are, you going to be lost in the goddamn snow. Find yourself. I don't know how you lose yourself when you are you. Right? But you need to find out what woman you are.
And I agree with Ricky. When it comes down to it, a lot of them misconstrue the whole thing about men being visual. We don't just see how you look. We see how you see yourself, how you carry yourself, how you move around. If you're confident with yourself, that's more attractive than anything, especially when you're asshole naked.
Look, I got
daughters. If you can't even sell yourself on that, that is a problem. Because now he start wondering, well, damn, she does have that, flirtatious eye. Something wrong with her. Again, you have to sit there and like all those flaws you have in there, like, look, this is me. This is who I am. You can roll with it or not. If you had that level of confidence, you'd be surprised with what man is looking you, accepting you on that. It ain't just, and again, you have the superficial dudes who sit there and they like that trophy. But if he's a solid dude, he's gonna get to the crust of that woman and find out what's really going on with her. Like, you know what? She's different. She's not like these bobbleheads out here that are easily differentiated by like what you see out here. She stands out by how she carries herself, how she moves, how she thinks. But again, it's more than just the aesthetics as far as facially. We're talking about internally. What is she about? What's she on? How does she enhance me? Because that's what men look for. At least men with principle and purpose.
Look, I got daughters, right? So one of the main things that I want to make sure my daughters love themselves and never feel like they not enough. So I compliment her hair all the time. You know what I'm saying? I make sure she got all the dolls that fit her hair texture colors, right? When I put cartoons on, I'm putting a positive image of the dolls or the cartoons that resemble and look like her. I want her to see herself in a way where it's nothing you could say to her that's going to diminish that. If she had 4C hair or stray hair, whatever grows out of her head, I got a song with her. We just dance and sing it. If it grow that way, you go that way. If it grow that way, you go that way. And we just be playing with each other here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want her to love who she is, and it would be real hard if her mother had a wig on all the time. And I'm trying to convince my daughter to wear her own hair, to love who she is. So those girls represent, not all the time. I know people play with looks and stuff, but to men it comes off as you don't feel like you enough, and it shows an insecurity, and that's not something that I could build off of with a family, me personally. And I know it's a lot of men that feel that same way. So it's just some work we got to do as a people.
I'll say about the wig thing really quickly. I don't think we should come down hard on Black women about wigs, because Black women have the highest risk of breast cancer. So a lot of women, they have no choice but to wear wigs. That's the only thing I want to say. So we never know why somebody's doing what. And that's like an extreme example, but it's real for us as African-American women. So I wouldn't judge based on hair.
Well, my point, Queen Sheba, was that I want her to love what grows out of her head. So if she had an illness, of course, it's an exception for that. But even if she had to wear a wig, I would prefer her to get a wig that looks like something that naturally could grow out of her hair. I want her to be okay with who she is. Like, can you imagine if I put like a Chris Hansen hat on, wig or something, you know what I'm saying? And was walking around like, what was that movie back in the day where dude turned into the white guy?
Soul Man.
Oh, that was one too, but he was a news announcer and he started losing himself looking in the mirror. And then
I know you're talking about.
His face started whitening. I'm a little old, so
yeah.
Ricky, you don't know the movie I'm talking about?
I know you're talking about. I can't remember the name, but I know you're talking about.
He started transforming his looks. Like it's because he wasn't confident in who he was, and he felt he had to appear to be something else to fit into that society. And more than anything, I want to let my daughters know, or any other woman know, like, you enough, you beautiful, and who you are is worth it. You know what I'm saying? You don't, if the man you want likes this thing, then maybe you just need to get a different man. You shouldn't break yourself apart to try and fit into that box. It's not meant for you.
I think that's well said, man. We're gonna pay some bills and we're gonna get to our next question, man. This is the $1 million question. We done again, women got it hard, man. I mean, it ain't no way around that. In terms of aesthetic, in terms of beauty. Like women, we expect women to be looking gorgeous all day.
Mm-hmm.
All day, every day. It's just what it is. It's unfair, but it's the truth, right? Because a woman's beauty is a currency. Same way a man's money is his currency, right? But in terms of beauty, we talking about beauty today. So yeah, man, women have it hard, but we gonna get to specifically a look that'll get you married. I want everybody to think about this question. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and read it before I pay the bill so everybody can think of it and get a question in mind. The question is going to be, what is the ideal image of a woman men tend to take serious and or marry? So as y'all pondering that, we're going to go on and pay some bills. First and foremost, man, Ronan, again with the 50-piece, man. Rich dudes always doing rich things, man. Salute to Ronan on the panel. Donating as usual, bro. We appreciate you, bro. Jeffrey says, dude may be messing with you, but he may be making a mess of you. And more times than not, he is. More times than not, he is. Jeffrey, again, why compare yourself to societal expectations and popularity that is forever changing with the times, especially when society don't care about you? That's a hell of a question. Hell of a question. Learning and earning with the 2-piece. If your daughter a 3 in the face, still no makeup?
That's to me.
I guess.
Hopefully she's confident in who she is and she just rocks that and she makes up for it in other ways. That's all I got for you.
Hell of an answer. Darnell, that's family in the building. Women say all the time how men approach them when they look quote unquote bummy. So I don't know why this is so confusing. That's a fact. Men like simple things. I mean, men not like simple things. Men are very, very simple. Lorenzo with the 2-piece. B Terrorist TV. Man, y'all got to get off my girl, man. Relax. Uncle Stepdaddy with the 10-piece. He's right. No woman looks exactly the same without makeup, and I care about personality over looks, man.
Be quiet, because I seen him talking shit in the comments with his colorist ass. Shut up.
Okay. Uncle Stepdaddy, we appreciate you with the 10-piece. Jeffrey says aesthetics are nothing more than a decorative door. looks good, but if I open the door to look inside, what type of character will I find? Hell of a question. Hell of a question. So I asked y'all the question, man. And before we get answers from y'all, everybody make sure that y'all done tap that like button if y'all have not already. I think it's 600 and some people in here, 500 likes. We're going to have to close that gap a bit, man. So if y'all have not liked the stream, make sure y'all stop what y'all doing. Tap the like button. We appreciate everybody for tapping in with us tonight. This is another Wednesday at 9:30-ish again, but we appreciate y'all staying up late and rocking with us. So the question I just asked, what is the ideal aesthetic or image of a woman that would lead to marriage if y'all had to put a specific look on it? And anybody's welcome to go first. This is open forum.
Like what she look like when she cooking, what she look like when she doing laundry, what she look like when she naked, what she look like when we joking around at dinner. Those are the looks that would make her a wife, bro. Like I said, I think everybody. I'm weird at this point in my life. I call other people weird, but I think I'm weird, right? I could find something attractive about almost any lady, because I control my attractions. Y'all ain't there yet. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole different life. You know what I'm saying? But I can control my attractions, right? We can't keep asking. We can't keep asking people to shape themselves to society, right? To shape themselves to a certain mindset when you don't do the same thing. Right? Everybody keep using this standard that we humans, you shouldn't be rude. You should be more sensitive, right? You should do this and you should do that. But it's funny how don't nobody want to change their mental aspects and mental dexterity to get the results they want. Change your attractions. You like a certain chick, you keep dealing with a certain chick, a chick that look a certain way, and you keep ending up with the same results. Guess what? Change your attractions. You keep dealing with a certain look of man, 6 feet, 6-pack, whatever, and you keep getting a certain type of results. Change your attractions, right? The same way y'all used to like them light up shoes with you when you was little. Nobody couldn't pay you $100 to wear a pair now.
I wear.
Shout out to LA Gears, man. I ain't gonna let you just take LA Gears like that.
I wear them.
Y'all change y'all attractions, right? The same way when you was in college and you drove that bummy broke down Honda Civic till the wheels fell off, but now nobody couldn't pay you to get in one.
I had an 86 Cavalier, but go ahead.
Change your attractions. If not, I'm gonna keep saying what I've been saying. You just an empty passenger in your body. You in the sunken place. You just riding around. Change your attractions, bro. That's all I got, bro.
Miss Queen.
Oh.
Okay, then Lucky, we coming to you right after Miss Queen go.
So the question is,
yeah,
what image should a man take serious?
Yeah, what image does a man typically take serious? We talking about aesthetic. We talking about how a woman carries herself. Like what type of image do you feel like men are gonna take serious and it may lead to marriage?
So my answer is going to be a little bit different. I want to speak to what he should take serious, because sometimes what you take serious isn't necessarily what's right for you. And my answer is going to be completely like in left field, based on a lot of things that I hear men say. So the first thing is, I feel like a man should look for in a woman is everything he could not find in his mother. Because when you hear men talking about their moms, they give you this perfect woman, but nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. And men tend to not give their mothers grace. And what I mean by that, she's so perfect. When you paint her as a perfect human being, you're not giving her grace because she's made mistakes along the way. There's something your mom did not give you. There's ways she did not show up for you. There's things that you wish she would have poured into you. So look for that in a mate, right? And when you do that, you're not looking for that woman to be your mother. And you can actually show your wife grace. You can actually show your wife like acceptance. Because if you hold your wife to this level of perfection, you'll never be happy with the woman. if you are measuring her to your mother, because you have like this perfect image of your mother, and that's non-existent. So I think a lot of times men aren't able to connect with women quickly because they have like this fantasy depiction of what a woman is based on who their mother is. But your mom was not perfect. So look for qualities that you wish you had in your mother. Look for qualities that you wish your mother, if you could just whisper or write. I know most men will never say anything. No, my mom was perfect, but she wasn't, right? Because she wasn't. Like, you have women here that are dating you that are mothers, right? But you don't look at her as your mother. So, but she's somebody's mother who thinks that she's perfect. So if you could find those qualities that your mother didn't have in your potential wife, I think you'll be good to go.
Well said. Go ahead, Lucky.
I'll just say it's subjective, because I think a man should find a wife based on his morals. So the type of woman that he wants to be with should align with his morals. If you are, we talked about Ari and stuff, but those are rappers, so they look for certain type of women. A lot of times, regular women who deserve regular type of men with certain morals try to compare themselves to those women and those type of men. So I think a man should go for a wife that matches with his morals. I think the problem is that we have a lot of men who can't even tell you what their morals align with, but they can sit up here and tell you what a wife should look like and what she should be. If your skirts are not like this, then you aren't a wife. Trill, did I hear the judgment correctly with the thigh tattoo? If she got a thigh tattoo, we not thinking of her. It's all these little things, but at the end of the day, when you look at what they entertain the most or what they try to wife, it's a lot similar to the woman trying to marry the thug and get him to be this wholesome church-going guy instead of getting a church-going guy. So I think it should match up what your morals are, and the same thing you lay down with is the same thing you should be trying to marry. So if you're not trying to marry a woman that you wouldn't call a wife, you shouldn't be laying down with her, because that's how we make baby mamas.
Okay, and just for clarity, my stereotype. She asked me a specific question for context. She said, a woman with a thigh tat. What's your assessment of it? If you don't know nothing else but the fact that she got a thigh tat, and what I said, which I don't mind repeating because I feel like a lot of men agree with this. If we see a woman with a thigh tat, first thought coming to our head, if she has amazing vagina, for one.
What?
And for two, she has a kid somewhere.
Preach.
For three, she is what Ronan said, delightfully disgusting.
And we love you
Those
for
three
it.
things. And we love you for it. That's my assessment.
That's what men think.
You want to go down the line and ask them? Well,
according to field studies, yes.
Field studies, yes.
Yes.
That women with thigh tattoos.
Let me think on this one. Yeah, that's what we think. Yep, exactly.
I have a friend that has a thigh tattoo. She don't have a kid.
Well, with all due respect, B. Taylor, I have felt the ink on my face. I know from personal experience. Yes. Delightfully, yes.
Of course, it's not all.
Not all, but
the large majority. That's all we're talking about. A large majority.
See,
that's what y'all want to marry.
There's unicorns everywhere. No,
there you go. There you go. Don't you start this, B. Taylor.
Negative, kiddo.
I'm asking, is that what y'all want to marry? Because y'all praising it right now, so I'm just trying to see.
Praising it how? What are you talking about?
All we're doing is grandstanding based on the traits that we all perceive they have.
But it is
That's
possible.
all I'm saying. You said no, they don't. I said go down the line, ask these men. You don't get the same. You don't get the same. If you ask 10 men, what's their first thought to come to their mind? Matter of fact, when we leave this tomorrow, I want you to text your homeboy or text somebody and say, "Hey, when you see a woman that got a thigh tat, what's your thoughts of her?" And I guarantee you're gonna say something similar to what we said tonight. I guarantee.
Is it
I don't have any tattoos, so that's why I'm saying.
Is it inner thigh, outer thigh? Does it matter? Just anywhere on the thigh?
Anywhere on that thigh.
Don't matter.
That's what the stereotype
I
is.
thought that's what you thought about a tramp stamp, right? The tramp stamp.
What about if girls got on their butt or a tramp stamp? Like, what is
No,
that?
tramp stamps are for the more mature ladies at this point. The young ladies don't get them tramp stamps no more. It's them thigh tattoos. A chick with a full sleeve or neck tattoos, usually a dad giveaway.
ink titty.
Hey,
I
you
told
know,
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
that
Especially
collarbone is common
hey,
now too. They get
nipple
one of those.
piercings, check. White toenails, double check.
Clip piercing.
Animal clothing in public, excessive, triple check. Yeah.
Yeah, all the animal prints.
What?
Snake skin. Woo!
Yeah. 2 or more toe rings.
Are we talking about what a wife look like? And we talking about trim
Nope.
stamps and
No,
snake
we got sidetracked based on something that Lucky said. I just wanted to provide some clarity. Yeah,
white
we just got
White
sidetracked.
toes.
That's not fair. That's not fair because I feel attacked. What's wrong with white toes?
No,
I have white
there's
toes
nothing
too.
wrong with white toes.
I got toe rings and anklets. Like, what is the problem?
What's
Your
wrong?
toes
They,
white.
go, they look. They match aesthetically with the handcuffs.
Your
That's
toes
something
lucky.
else.
Lucky. Your toes white.
Yeah, they usually are.
You wear
Amen.
you wear animal prints outside.
Amen. Adjourned.
Yeah, we can call it stereotype and we can call it whatever.
That's
But
fine. That's fine. Aesthetically, I am not a wife. I got it.
Okay. Okay.
We didn't say that.
Okay.
we didn't say nothing like that. All
We
I
didn't say that.
wanted to do was defend my stereotype, and I feel like I've done a great job of that. Y'all seen the comments I just put up? All these men saying the same thing, right?
But
But
everybody
Do
has
not-
tattoos
Do
nowadays.
not judge
That's
according
very
to
common.
appearance, but judge the righteous judgment. I thought we said. I just wanted to repeat it.
And with all due respect, you notice that all of us in different regions of the world, and we see the same shit. How amazing!
Yeah, most black people lost in America.
So
No,
don't
don't do that.
But we found a resolution, though.
Found a resolution. All right, who was next with this, man? We was talking about the ideal image of a woman that would get you wifed. Because again, men done gave women a lot of criticism, and I'm a bit guilty of it myself. In terms of how they present themselves, and the cover of the book. Don't judge the book by the cover. Blah blah blah. So if y'all had to give an assessment, like what is the ideal woman in y'all's experience in life that y'all have seen get taken a bit more serious than the rest?
I've seen many different wives. I've seen wives who wear wigs. I've seen wives who don't wear wigs. It depends all on the man. You could be a wife to somebody, and depending on what they want, So I can say what a wife looks like to me, but that doesn't. There's many women walking around like that are not wives. So I think it also depends on the man. Now, ideally, I think a man should marry a woman that has moral standards, principle, someone who is self-aware, has growth, always growing, wanting to learn, carries herself in a respectable way. Yes, I do agree with that. She could be sexy and beautiful. She could have tattoos. There's women who get married that have tattoos or thigh tattoos or whatever, or white toenails all the time. I don't know. But I'm just saying that I guess it just depends on the man.
What?
What did you not get about that?
No. I'm gonna answer the question like this, right? It's not what she look like, it's what she act like.
Well, that's what I was getting at.
Right. It's what she act like. I think we had this conversation before. You know what I'm saying? Women carry themselves a certain way, just like men move a certain way, right? A wife is gonna set a certain standard in the way a person treats her. You know what I'm saying? And she's gonna have certain expectations for her effort, right? Again, like everybody will expect, or they want to speak about relationships like it's this happy-go-lucky thing, and they can't be. But the true thing about being in a relationship is that both of y'all is benefiting, right? That woman is willing to put up what she needs to put up so she can benefit in that relationship as well, right? And it's an action. It's not something she put on her face or a dress she wear. It's the way she carries herself. It's the way she presents herself to a man. But most importantly, it's how she allowed men to present themselves to her.
Yeah, I'll dive in next. I ain't gonna wait till last like normal. I'll say this, right? I think from an ideal perspective, men want a conservative woman. We don't want to scroll Instagram and see our woman bent over twerking. We don't want to scroll Instagram and see our woman in the club getting liquor poured in her mouth. We don't want to scroll Instagram and see our woman on a yacht with a bunch of niggas that we don't know, with her and her homegirls. out there in what is it, Tulum. You understand me? Now that's not saying that, you know, men don't want, you know, a woman to have fun. There's a lot of ways to have fun, right? But there's also a lot of attention-seeking ways to have fun. So when you are doing those things, as a man, we interpret that as your ass is attention-seeking, which means that I'm not enough for you, clearly, right? Because if you out there chasing it, that'd be the same way as if you got a man who's not in fitness. Let me put a disclaimer out here. But he on Instagram every day with his shirt off. Or he on Instagram every day with gray sweatpants, with making sure he on semi, so the print can look how it's supposed to look. Like it'd be the equivalent of that. Nigga on Instagram taking pictures of his steering wheel because he drive a Benz. Shit like that. Fresh cut. He in the, you know, giving you the light eye squint in there, you know, 4-5 Instagram story clips and shit like that. That would be the equivalent to that. You would look at him like, damn, he thirsty. Damn, he doing too much. Why you da-da-da? Men feel the same way when we look on the ground and see your ass in that bathing suit with no water nowhere in the background behind it. So I think it's imperative, man. Like the ideal woman is a woman that's gorgeous. And it's another thing. I want to make that distinction. Just because she's conservative don't mean she ain't pretty as fuck.
Right.
There are a lot of women who are conservative that are fucking gorgeous. Just because they're not wearing a lot of makeup, just because they're not wearing, you know, extra extensions or whatever. And I ain't got nothing against weaving makeup. Do your thing, goddamn it. Do what make you feel like the top shelf you. But we cannot sit here and act like just because a woman wants to be conservative and she don't want to do those things and she don't want to, you know, wear those tight ass tights that, you know, you can see the camel toe when she said, just because she don't want to do those things does not make her less aesthetically pleasing than the rest. Right. But if you look at most men's wives, and I think bro said that eloquently earlier when he's talking about go to the zoo and then look around. That's the realest shit in the world, because in the zoo typically it's hot as fuck out there, so you ain't got a lot of makeup on. That shit gonna be sweating, running all down your goddamn clothes, so you ain't doing too much. You're gonna be in, you know, regular shoes. You're gonna be in maybe, you know, some tights or maybe some shorts or whatever, regular degular. It ain't gonna be like you going to camp on a Saturday night. If you done been to Houston, you know what I'm talking about. But that's when we see you at your essence. Women always say, hell, you know, Drake said it, you know, sweatpants, hair tied, chilling, no makeup on. You be like, damn, I'm at the gas station. Why these men approaching me like this? I don't even look because he can see the pure you and your ass is still fine. That's why.
Now, Trill, we not gonna go for them gas station dudes. They
grocery store. Grocery store. Same
thing. You're right though.
Store, same thing.
You're right. But I was just saying though. You know what I'm saying? Typically, grocery store, wherever. You know what I'm saying? Because women be saying that shit like, damn, all these niggas approaching me, man. I ain't got my hair done. My face look a mess. My hair all tied up. I don't know why these niggas. But that's because he's seeing you in your purest form and your ass is still fine. So it's like I can already imagine what it's gonna look like when you put that shit on.
Exactly.
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
Everybody. It sounds like the old saying, "Lady in the streets, freak in the sheets."
Yeah.
But it also kind of sounds like a bit of exclusiveness, like you don't want a lot of people having that access. It also sounds like. So, are you saying is it more of like a sophisticated sexy? Because we understand sexy, but you like describe how that would actually fit when we come to how she dresses. So if she's going out with her girlfriends, how would you say a wife is to carry herself, and versus if she goes out, you know, with you? I'm gonna be honest, bro. Like, I think it's, you know, again, she just fly without trying. You know how it's like. We say like sex appeal ain't really got nothing to do with looks, ain't really got nothing to do with body shape. Like you can have a motherfucker that got a BBL body, makeup, face, all that shit with zero sex appeal. It's an aura. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
sexy with getting naked. I'm sorry. Sometimes people confuse sexy with getting naked, and you can be sexy without even trying to be sexy.
And that's what I'm saying. So hypothetically speaking, in the scenario you gave, right? She going out with her girls. She throwing a nice dress. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying it got to be to the ankles, but what I'm saying is that motherfucker shouldn't be 2 inches from your waist either. Like that's not necessary. You know what I'm saying? You can have a dope ass dress, freakum dress, whatever, with the single strap. Y'all know when y'all throw that little black number on and shit. But it's fly though. It's not doing too much. It's not like searching, huh?
I'm saying I'm trying to get more specific because you have men that say that and they're okay with their woman. Let's say you and your wife go out, you'd be cool with her wearing a thong bikini in Jamaica with you. But if she go with her homegirls, I hear some men saying, well, the stuff you wear around me, I'm cool with. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want you to wear this skin tight red dress with your breasts hanging out when you with me. But when you with your friends, that's not the clothes that I want you to wear. So that's what I'm saying. What, like, you know how we can say Michelle Obama, give me a person that aesthetically would look sexy, sophisticated that we see.
Alicia Keys, Beyonce. They don't switch up based on if they're with their man or if they're not with their man. Beyonce is going to be Beyonce across the board. Alicia Keys is going to be Alicia Keys across the board. And any other woman that you can think of that could be sexy and pretty. What's her name? She's married to Steph Curry.
Aisha Curry.
Her. Anybody else that you can think of, right, within your age range? There's no code switch. Go ahead.
Yeah, Savannah James. That is a great blueprint to look at. Like, she lit body is crazy. And again, no disrespect to Braun wife. I'm not, I'm married. I ain't judging. What I'm saying is she's gorgeous. Body is legit. All of that. But how she moves and how she dresses and how she carries herself, it's like a grown woman. But even going back to what you said, I don't even subscribe to that school of thought. Niggas like, yeah, you can wear the G-string with me, but I don't want you to wear no G-string with me.
But she
I don't.
Because that could come with problems.
Correct. Because as men, how we move when we out with our woman, we already can't have as much fun as we want to have. And we're gonna keep it real because we watching every fucking thing. Right. So you walking around with a G-string on and a fucking shoestring for a bra, that's putting us in situations to where I gotta be on high alert. Especially if we on vacation. You know how them drunk people is on vacation. Motherfucker be to walk by your girl and say anything. And now I got to put hands on them because it's attention that you drawing to us. So no, I don't want that. And again, if you feel like that's what you need to do to look top shelf, cool. But it just won't be with me. That's just honest. Because again, fine is fine. You can have a paper bag on. If Rihanna put a paper bag on, she gonna be fine as a motherfucker with that paper bag on. That's just honest. And I'm not saying that that's what you got to wear. But what I'm saying is there's a difference between you just being bad as hell and you searching for attention. If you're walking around that beach with a G-string on, you're searching for attention. You're not wearing that shit. I'm just comfortable in a G-string. I talked to a lot of women in my life, and none of them have ever said a G-string is comfortable.
Right.
Not one time.
At all.
Right. So again, you're wearing that for a specific purpose. And if I'm with you and I'm your man, what the fuck is that purpose? Somebody can make that make sense to me, I'll gladly concede.
I just see those like it's to be wear just to be taking off. Like 5 minutes before.
That's a whole nother show.
So I wanted to say something. And this goes with, I don't mean to bring it back on, but when we remove our makeup, it's not how we look. It's not how men is going to look at us. Is how are we going to feel without it? And that's what I meant when if we all remove our makeup, and I'm not saying people here, I'm saying in general, is how are we going to feel? How comfortable we're going to be without it? And that's what it's like, what beauty is about. How comfortable you are in your own essence, in your own beauty, with your own natural thing. Because at the end of the day, that's who you are. And the more shades you take off, the more uncomfortable you feel. And then people start noticing those things. So it's about being you. That's what I meant. If I offended anyone, it was not my intention, but it's just, I agree with the fact that it's not how you look. It's about how you present or project yourself. Where you're trying to tell the world, hey, not look at me. Hey, I'm here. If you want to look, fine. But I'm not here for you to look at me. So it is more like a matter of action, like how you feel about yourself.
All right. Anybody else want to take this ideal woman that typically gets choked? Go ahead, Kelly.
No offense to anyone, but I think these talking points are bullshit and they're for YouTube only. Because in real life, Men are attracted by sight.
That's true. Like, which part of it you
And
think is bullshit?
so many things. I'm not even going to go over it. But I do believe a woman should be conservative. My father used to always tell us you have to leave something for a man to wonder about, something for a man to desire. If you just go out in the G-string, there's no guessing. It's like, okay, that's what I got, or that's what I'll have. So you have to give them something to want or to yearn for. And I think an ideal woman to marry is going to be a woman that carries herself well, someone that you feel like you can bring around your family, someone who you feel like will represent you well, even if you're not around. Like, if that woman is going to carry your name, you want her to be someone that you feel, even if you're not around, she'll uphold a certain standard. I also feel like men don't have a problem choosing a fly woman, but I feel like men choose the woman they feel like they can maintain.
I have a question. How come what we say is bullshit? How come when you disagree with something is bullshit? I think everybody has a right to have an opinion. Some things you say we don't agree with, that doesn't mean it's bullshit. So where's that coming from?
I say I think it's bullshit YouTube talking points, because people always say, oh yeah, we want this, we want that. But in real life, I see what men look at. I see it. It's not the girl. It's not the girl with her hair in a ponytail. It's not the girl with sweatpants on. If that girl's standing right next to the fly girl, they don't even look at that other girl.
Kelly, can you describe sexual attention and relationship attention? Like, if you were to...
Sure. There are girls who never get spoken to. They never get that attention, ever. If they're in a room and the other girl is around, they're not going to get approached.
No,
there are girls that...
Like, sexual attention and relationship attention. That's just like attention in general. Like, men, we have two different types of attention.
I'm not talking
So I was
about...
asking you, can you explain?
You're talking about wifely attention, right? That's what you're talking about.
That's fine.
Can I jump in and say something right quick? It's like, I don't like how some women who don't wear makeup think that they're much better than the women who do, because if that's the case, then why are you not married? Or why are you not in a better position than I am? Because at the end of the day, we both ain't got no rings and we both got kids. That's it. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay.
I think I think it goes with the saying. The loudest person in the room is something like that. That's the way I would describe it, because sometimes women are like really loud with everything. Like, everything is look at me. And then I am the type of person that will sit on the corner and please don't even look at me. But it's because I don't want that attention, and some people is looking for that attention. Is that what you're asking, Marcus? I'm just...
That's not.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, I zoned out for a second because I was just... All right. So you said the difference between... Can you repeat that real quick? I'm sorry.
No, I'm saying I'm a little confused actually, and it's probably me not understanding, because the way I see it is like some people, and the way I perceive some women is like everything is look at me. They're loud, and I'm not saying you.
What is
we
that?
have women here. Please, I'm sorry. I don't mean to say like any specific type of people. Like, I have those type of women here too. So I see these girls acting the same way. So that's what I'm saying.
But what are you talking about?
Everywhere.
With everything,
Not
like your
loud,
makeup,
not
your
loud,
lashes,
the makeup, the
color,
color,
Like, it's like calling for
everything
attention.
is calling for attention. And then you
She's
have
not
some
trying to-
people that is just
come on.
like, they go into a restaurant and they go there and like unnoticeable, but in reality, they're very noticeable.
So my question really was about this. I feel like the most of the breakdowns between men and women occur between attention, right? And it seems like men describe this across platform, go over it, reiterate it, to repackage it, analogize. They do all these things to explain sexual attention and relationship attention, and I don't. It doesn't seem like it's sticking. So I was curious, do you guys understand how men view that concept? And in your own words, could you describe it? So maybe it could provide clarity for me so I could understand where the disconnect occurs.
Who is that question to, Marcus? So
it was to Kelly, but anybody could answer it.
So your question is the difference between a man being sexually attracted to you versus wanting a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I think initially when a man views a woman, that's the sexual attraction. Once you get to that point, there are women that the man will never even speak to because he's not even attracted to her. She'll never even get that hello, how are you doing? It's nice to meet you, because he's not attracted to her. But once you, and there could be a woman that you get to meet in a casual setting, like you work with her, or maybe you're on the same team or something, whatever. And you may get to know she's a great person without being sexually attracted to her. Like, man, she's really cool. But initially, they're going to go off of what they see first. Period. They just will. And then they're going to find out, okay, does she have more to offer than just her beauty? But I think the relationship attraction comes from getting to know them as a human being. But the sexual attraction is that initial first connection, like, oh, ooh, she caught my eye. There are some girls who never get that, ooh, they'll just walk right by them.
So, all right, like, so if a woman that was completely ugly walked by, right, completely ugly in the face, but her body was just off the chain, do you think a man would be sexually attracted to her, or a relation? Like, do you think he would still sleep with her even though he's completely unattracted to her face? He thinks she's annoying, her voice is annoying. Do you think he'll sleep with her?
Yeah, of course.
And across the board, that's kind of how men's ideology is when it comes to the nature, rather, not even ideology. Like, if you if you get on the elevator, right, it'll be a young man about 5-6 years old, an old man 60-70 years old, and a man about 30. A woman to get on the elevator, all those men eyes will try and check the woman's body out, right? The young man, he might say some reckless stuff like, damn. The older man might look and try and give it an eye to see if he got a shot. The older dude, he's so slick with it, he gonna look in the direction before she walked that way so he could check her out without getting caught doing it. Like, men adapt different strategies, but it's all like the nature of us is to admire, because women are beautiful. All the ladies on the panel, y'all beautiful. It's hard not to like want y'all. You know what I'm saying? So we can find something beautiful in each woman to the point Ricky was talking about. And men, he's more advanced with it at this point in life. But men do that at a lower level scale when they see a woman walk by and they just looking at her butt, or they see her jog by and they just looking at her chest, or they see her smile and they just looking at her smile. It don't have to be enough for us to want to be with you long term to turn us on. I think it's got a lot to do with the way our biology set up and the sperm production, the testosterone. But that'd be a whole different conversation. But I just feel like a lot of the disconnect come from, because we don't view things the same. It's really hard for y'all to empathize with us when we try and explain that. And because of that, it prevents good women from getting to where they want, because I feel like they get confused as to how men actually think, because it just does not make sense to them. And I get that.
I would like to add, because I see what Kelly is saying. It depends on the setting. If you in a club, ain't nobody looking for no wife. I mean, most of the dudes in the club, I mean, I'm in Vegas, they be in drays with wives and they ring on their hand, still looking at the big booty roach. So I think it just depends. But you do have the women, like Sierra is saying, that they go like, why you sit in the corner by yourself? It depends on what he's looking at. Then of course, you can tell if he's into you sexually based on the approach on how he approaches you. You know what I'm saying? The conversation is just like on Instagram. The women who get the dick pics is how you present yourself. The woman who gets the respectable long ass paragraphs that she not about to read is the one that probably, hey, how you doing? My name is Ron, and I'm gonna, she gets that.
I like to get to know you.
Yeah, it really just depends on how you present yourself. So, like she's saying, off the back, men want to go for the woman who's they're sexually attracted to, because if she fine and we compatible and it's a green light. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna go for you're not gonna be in a club with dressing like you a librarian. So I think it really just depends. Are you the girl in that setting bent over twerking, or are you just a pretty girl that's sitting there with a nice body? And what do you have on? So I get what she's saying. The initial approach, you don't know what he's looking for, but how he approached, I think a woman, that would be for the men to let the women know, this is how we approach you if we're serious in certain settings.
Gladly. And I think the missing piece is, and then what after that? And that's not the part that the women are explaining. Then what happens? He wines you, he dines you, but that's the story. And then what? And that's the piece that I think a lot of women leave out.
Well, I don't really know, because It depends, because I hear women who do get smashed, they're getting wine and dine, right? But typically now they can just say pull up, she pulling up. I ain't really got to do too much. I'm a smasher anyway. So if he's taking the time, to take you on a date, where he takes you, his time, does he care if you get dressed? All of that, a man spending his time and his money should tell her if he's into her and the type of conversation, the type of questions he asks her, I would say. But like I said, it would be for more of the men that are used to it. Like I said, I'm used to women, so I'm probably off.
I'm actually interested in hearing the fellas answer this. Oh, go ahead.
Some men, so I'm gonna say this. I feel you what you're saying, Lucky. But it's gonna depend with every man, because if you got it and you sought after, you have options. Like taking you on a nice date and us having a good time, that's normal for me. You know what I'm saying? So you are just not used to a dude like me. So I'm being the gentleman. I'm opening doors for you. I done picked up, I done paid the tab today, yesterday, tomorrow. Like, we having a good time. You ain't got nothing to worry about. Good vibes. I've never mentioned sex. You know what I'm saying? Just the conversation just flowing. And more times than not, that woman she gonna give it up pretty soon because she's not used to that type of dude. So yes, there is a section of men that when they are interested, they are going to put their foot down, make effort, and you're going to see it. But then there's also those men who know that that's every day. And as long as I'm putting some type of effort, because she's not used to men giving effort, she's not used to men being consistent, then I can still get what I want at the end of the day.
Ricky, how does how well a man treating a woman translate to is serious with her, or does it?
I think it's all depending on the circumstance, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? For example, I got a cousin, right? And she's an attractive woman. And she get flown out. She get flown out a bunch of times, right? I try to hip her to the game, but of course she never listens. You know, she comes and cries after the shit's over with. You know what I'm saying? But the dude flew her out to Miami and treated her good for with a good ass time for the weekend. But he sent your ass back home, right? You see what I'm saying? Like the true, and I said this before and I'll say it again, the true measure if a man really rock with you is his time, right? What time does he invest in you, right? Because again, what we need to understand is that if somebody really rocking with you, they're going to want to be around you always. Now, we all got our responsibilities. We all got bills to pay, right? And no one's really sure when they first meeting somebody. So they ain't going to try to give you every single part of their time. They still got their friends and their circles, their family. They got to go to work, the gym, whatever stuff they do. You see what I'm saying? But eventually, right? And I ain't talking about no 2, 3, 5, 6, 7 years. I think that's just asinine, right? But I'm saying if you rocking with this person and this man is reaching out trying to invest in you and get your time on a daily basis, what does that mean? You get calls on time. You get calls during the day, seeing how you doing, checking out if you want to hit, hey, I don't know what you're doing. Can we get lunch? You know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. He's going to try to get your time. And he's going to make his time your time, right? That's how you know, right? No matter what females keep saying, oh, I didn't know he had a girl. Was he with you every night? Every single night, was he with you? Did he move you into his place? Could you call his phone when you got ready? Could you check his phone? Right? The signs be there, but y'all don't want to pay no attention because y'all look coochie be hot.
Do you talk to him after 7 o'clock?
What's it in football? Yards after catch or yards after contact? Yak. I think that's probably one of the best ways to figure something out. Yards after contact, like what do you do after sex?
Right. So y'all keep trying to play like y'all don't know the game when y'all know the game too well. Y'all just ignorant that you played yourself. You be mad because you played yourself. Stop playing.
Oh, my bad. I ain't know.
I'm sorry, bro. Stop playing. When you stop playing, the game is over.
I would agree. Ronan, how would you, just based on how good a man's treating a woman, does that tend to translate to him taking her serious or not? Or how should she perceive that?
Yes, I agree with the brother, especially with it's your investment in time, because I know how I carry myself, how I move around. If I'm going out, I'm having a good time with you, with or without you. I want to see how you are after post nut clarity. That way, you see what if I'm looking at you and I see a better version of you after all that, then I'm really invested in seeing what's going on because there's more to you than just a nut. So when it comes down to it, my time is precious, as with yours. I like to have them conversations to see where you on, what you about, what you got going on. If you're creative, if there's things about you that you have going on that most guys don't ask you. Because I like to know, like, if I'm wasting my time with a beautiful retard, or am I investing in somebody who's like has a very inner beauty that is often untouched, and I could build on something like that. So I like depth. Like, you know, she's intellectually stimulated. I'm into her, like straight up. You know, the aesthetics, that's awesome. But again, if she's just like a void, just in there talking to a wall, or have a better conversation with my dog, or I wink, you know, if I squint at her 2-3 times when she's talking, it's a wrap. But other than that, you know, if I'm looking forward to like seeing more about her, move, you know, doing things with her, I'm invested more than anything. That's your competition right there. If you're able to keep my interest, just being your genuine self. Because if you don't know you, what are we talking about?
Yeah, man. I would say that this thing is real easy to decipher, man. I think, you know, women just be in their own way a lot. I mean, but it's very simple. Like, if you want to know how interested a man is in you, pay attention to how often he deals with you when it's not convenient for him to. I think that's the part that be missing, right? Especially like, and you know, this could be a man that got a whole girl, got a whole wife, whatever the case may be, but he typically deals with, not typically, he deals with you when it's convenient for him to. If he's out of town, if it's late at night, if it's lunchtime, he in the office, you know, like it gets like Ricky said, can you call him whenever? No, you can't typically. Can you text him whenever? No, you can't typically. Or you won't get a response. But it's certain hours that you will. So, you know, how much is that man willing to move around for you? Because if it's a woman I like, I move everything around. My whole roster, my job, whatever. I move everything around to make time for her. But if you call him, hey, man, I want to kick it. I can't do it this week, man. I can't do it today. I got to. That's your answer. It's just real. I done seen dudes on you know, dead in the smack in the middle of the job, whatever the job may be. We done worked in refineries and corporate offices and all type of shit. But if that woman he like call, hey man, hold on right quick, bro. I gotta step outside. Let me go. Nigga be right in the middle of the club. Oh, girl call. No, I'm fucking with hanging. No, what I'm saying is,
I just disappeared.
Right.
I made it home.
That was subtle.
We look up. This nigga ain't nowhere in the six. This nigga, hey, bro, where you at? Home. Why? Because baby done called. And shit got to move around. But if I don't really like you like that, then I'll hit you with the, okay, well, you know, we'll probably leave here after the club closed by 2:33. Stay up, wait for me. Why? Because it's convenient. I'm having a good time right now. I'm not about to risk this. I mean, I know you gonna be there. I'm not worried about you. You gonna be there. But I'm gonna continue to do what I do until it's convenient for me to move over to you. So, you know, in terms of gauging a man's interest, it's two things. One, how much attention or detail about you does he pay to things that don't benefit him? And for two, how willing is he to move shit around to make time for you? If you struggle to answer any of those questions, the writing is on the wall. That's just
I like that you said that last part, because that's the same thing with women. She could be with her friends, but when he called, she was like, "Okay, y'all gotta go," and then now you the friend, like, "Dang, he always taking you from us." Yeah, that's so true.
And women get mad at that too. Men, we are so understanding, bro. If you don't get to go, bye. Y'all will get so upset because y'all so selfish with y'all friends.
It's only the single friend.
Yeah, that's real, man. But look here, man. We're gonna move on to the last question of the night. Y'all know this is a result-oriented podcast. Not podcast, live stream, brand, label, whatever y'all call this shit. We ain't even got a lifestyle, man. Come on, you know how I go. Crusader Nation the building, man. Real quick, we're gonna pay some bills. And then I want y'all to think of y'all answers. I'm gonna ask y'all, like, you know, considering how much attention that these type of women, the woman that was in that video, get. If you was advising a young girl, because again, like being accepted is important, getting chose is important, and that's why a lot of women will leave their character to do it. So if you advising a 19, 18-year-old girl out here in this dating scene, she out here trying to be her, but those type of women that's in that video is constantly getting the men she wanted, what type of advice would you give to her? I want y'all to think of that while we pay these bills, man. First and foremost, shout out to my dog Quadir, man, with the 5-piece. I just want to say shout out to y'all dropping gems and just being real. I love y'all. And Trill, thank you for the message. That helped me. I thank you, man. Love, bro. You already know, man. It ain't nothing, man. Appreciate you, bro. Simple Jack, knock it off with the 10-piece question. Is the slang phrase, quote unquote, she's an exotical a slur? Derogatory, racist, xenophobic, misogynistic, classist, elitist, a term of endearment, or sexist is used a lot in these chats. She's an exotical.
I've never heard that before.
I've heard of it.
That's not even in my lingo.
I've heard of it, but you just dismiss it.
But would y'all classify it as a term of endearment? Like how? What is that?
I've never even heard of it.
It's not a term of endearment. It basically puts that person as a fetish, but that's my personal opinion.
All right, there you have it. We appreciate you tapping in. D-Roy with the 10-piece. Some guys don't like wigs. Most women choose to wear them. Most women don't like short guys. Got to take L's for what nature hands a man. That's
Right.
real. That's again, we speak about it all the time. Like men are kind of forced
Yep.
to be accountable and to accept who we are, you know, because of situations like what you know, Rose is describing. Huh?
No.
What'd you say?
Some men
Y'all
wear
can wear
wigs.
wigs too.
Y'all wear lace fronts, you know, Beijing, all of that. Y'all be lying.
All right, let me admit it. This actually.
Let me go on and confess, man.
All right, look.
Put the shit on
So
the table.
look, I took the glue. You can see my part.
Y'all be trying to look like Future real quick, so y'all be getting the little extendos.
Oh,
Y'all
I got drapage. Hold on, don't hate on my drapage.
I'm not gonna let you talk about Jimmy Butler like that, man. Salute to my dog. My
Or
nigga had
Benjamin Capo, he got his six pack put in.
Man, you naming 2-3 people. We talk about 75% of these women out here.
Yes.
Man, y'all coming in hot too.
Y'all coming in hot.
Coming in.
Taylor with the 2-piece. Ladies, stop using outliers as talking points. Ladies, y'all heard that. The retired guy with the 20-piece, man. We appreciate you, bro. My dog say because I'm 55, Felicia Rashad, Debbie Allen, Sarah Lee Ralph, and Angela Bassett, to name a few, were the standard when I was you all's age. These women were the epitome of what we wanted our wives to model themselves after, man. That's a fact, man. Salute to Felicia Rashad. She's been doing this her whole life. But yeah. And Debbie Allen is her sister, right? Damn, fine running the family. That's crazy.
Bassett still fine.
That is crazy. Uncle Stepdaddy with the 10-piece. Queen Sheba is correct. Nobody is perfect except Sky Daddy and J-Dog. Most mamas got skeletons in the closet. Sky Daddy and J-Dog. Niggas hilarious. Antoine with the 5-piece. T-shirts, sweats, and some Nikes, J's. So I know what you going to look like when you do your thing. It's a fact. Like I said, man like to see you in your essence, man. So we can know what, you know, we can get the idea of what you're going to look like when you go and step it up for that date night. Simple Jack, knock it off back again. Do feminine women hide among the masculine women crowd as a form of protection, safety in numbers, to not be singled out by predators? Ladies?
I don't hang out with masculine women.
Well, looks like none of the ladies hang out with the masculine women, huh? That right there.
They don't know what he's talking about. They don't know what he's talking about.
Antoine, the 5-piece trill, you forgot the you got the fake edges. Look, man, salute to all my my chicks out there with the with the baby hairs with the toothbrush, man. We appreciate all that. I ain't gonna lie to you. More money with the 5-piece. Ladies over size 8 is too much for me. Don't like fake hair, natural beauty only. All right, 10 with the 5-piece. Y'all Trill wearing shoulder pads. He ain't hitting the
That's an insert.
He ain't hitting the weights. What's up, big dog? Ace Time of Dallas, man. Salute to the D, man. That's why I was born that, man. A lot of people don't even know that, man. Salute to the D always.
Oh,
That's my second on. Prophecy to Savior with the 20-piece, man. We appreciate it. Say at the end of the day, find the one that rocks with you. We as men need to stop trying to make certain women understand you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Some are going to get left behind. Jesus Christ. That's facts. Jeffrey, again, man's interest is in what is the man sacrificing and how much a guy's willing to sacrifice. I agree. It's like I just said, what is he willing to move around? Does he deal with you when it's not convenient? That's how you can tell. Real rap. Salute to Jeffrey. Web Slinger with the 5-piece. Pay attention to how he treats you after y'all smash. Post-nut clarity will remove the mask and reveal his true self. I agree again. It's unfortunate that you got to, add a body to your account a lot of times to find out. But you don't really have to if you're paying attention to the right things. But the fact is, most women don't pay attention to the right things. So you gotta add a body to the count to learn the lesson, man. We got to do better. But I asked y'all a question before we pay these bills, man. And again, salute to Crusader Nation in the building, the chat moving 100 miles an hour. Y'all niggas hilarious. Kenny, bring your ass up here. If you ain't like the stream yet, man, make sure that y'all tap that like button. But I asked y'all a question before we paid the bills. You was advising an 18, 19-year-old girl, and she out here seeing that type of woman in that video getting attention, seeing the men that she want gravitate to that type of woman. What advice would y'all give her?
You choosing the wrong man, ho. That's what I'll give her. I'll give her that advice. Because this chick just said the type of men she wanted was the nerds, right? And she couldn't get them. So that means what type of dudes moving towards her? It ain't the squares, it ain't the good dudes, right? It's the dudes that want the fun girls, right? Run the other way, shawty. That's what you do. The type of men that she getting, you don't want, bro. Right? Ask her what type of men she really want. Look at the video and ask her what I want to square a guy that's the guy you should be shooting for, not the type of guy she's attracting. That's what I would tell her.
I would just say, look at what the type of guy you wants, and I would say be fair. Try to be confident without all that representation, because that's what we see first. Like, I don't even really like. You ever seen somebody they got so much going on, they talking, but you're not really listening to them because you're paying attention to what's going on, like dang her blue, or this is something like it's so much going on. So I think get rid of the distraction and actually figure out who you are first, and then by way of doing that, instantly whoever you are that you're trying to display will automatically attract. Law of attraction is very real, and our words have power as well. So I would say stop comparing yourself to anybody else. Compare yourself to where you are now. And whatever man you like is that simple. What is he like? And be that. That's it.
I'll go. To kind of piggyback off Lucky, I would just simply, for me, it's one of its law of attraction. And in my honest opinion, I think some women need to go after the men that they want and stop letting them men choose them. Because that's another issue. You'll have 10 men, and it'll be the same type of dudes, and you wondering why you attracting these type of dudes. You know what I'm saying? And that's not what you want. Well, if that's not what you want, you should go for something, something better or something different. Stop letting them come to you all the time. You see that way too often. Women are just too scared to shoot their shot or something like that. When they're scared of rejection. When you don't necessarily have to shoot your shot, just put yourself in position for the man to holler at you. Sometimes it's as simple as eye contact. Like, how do I know that you've been peeping me from across the room if anytime I look over, you turn your head, but you've been looking at me? If I'm talking to my boys, you over there just mesmerized, you staring me down. But then as soon as I turn my head, look at you, like, how am I supposed to know you interested? You know what I'm saying? So it's stuff like that. Like, shoot your shot, send them a little wink, send them a drink, get creative. You know, go after what you want. Sometimes study them a little bit. You know, if it's social media or whatever, I think that's very important. That's very telling. People kind of put their business out on social media all the time, so you can do some little background check here and there. So yeah, my opinion is women should shoot their shot, and I say about 90% of the people that I know, the women that shot their shot, they are in happy relationships.
Can I go? I would say stop thinking that beauty is gonna lead to marriage, because they're not just gonna look at you. That's not enough, first off. And yeah, don't measure your beauty on how many men look at you, because you're getting looks, you're not getting rings. So, and that's what we want, marriage, right? So if you want marriage, what are they looking for to marry? Not just the look. So that's why I go with OT said, you know, if you want this type of man, what are the qualities that this man wants or is looking for? And I'm going to give an example. This is something that really got into me a while ago. My dad had an idea that I was an alcoholic. Yes. And every time, it's funny now that I think about it, but like a lot of people thought that about me, because every time that I will go out, I thought it was cool. I don't drink much. I'm not going to say I don't drink at all, but I don't drink much. I can go out and not have a drink. But every time that I will go out, I will take a picture of the drinks that were not even my drinks. And I will grab a bottle that wasn't even drinking just because I was being cool. And I'm talking about like 10 years ago, maybe. So, and I will post the pictures. And what was the perception of people of me? All I was doing was drinking and doing all these things. And I wasn't even drinking. So my dad will come one day and he's like, and my dad doesn't drink, by the way. But he wanted something. He wanted something to relax. So he's like, do you have a drink? And I'm like, yeah, I think there is like a bottle there. And he grabbed it. To make this story short, like every time he would come and ask me for a drink, there was a bottle there. But it's because this bottle lasted like for I don't know how long. And then I was like, why do you think that I'm an alcoholic? He's like, you always have alcohol. And I'm like, but it's because people give it to me and I put it there. Like I wasn't drinking, and then I had to like really stop having those things. And that was the perception that people have about me without even me doing those things. But that's what people were thinking. So that's just an example that I am, trying to give you. What is the perception that you want to give out? And it's because of personal branding is a unique combination of skills and experiences that you live in people that makes you who you are. Unique combination of skills and experiences that you live in people that makes who you are. That's it.
Okay, that was good. I think I would say get to a point where you naturally can be yourself and glow, whatever that means to you, whoever you truly are. When it's a calm presence that comes in a room, and let's just say you're a nurturer, we could feel that and sense that when you have that type of energy about you, and that draws people in. If you're a caregiver or you just a joyous laughter type of person, like one of the things about B. Taylor, that little side laugh she do, it's infectious. It's I don't know if anybody else in the chat noticed it, but she'll warm up a room doing that little side tilt to the side head laugh. Everybody has their unique things about them, and if you embrace those things and then just grow off of that, like it comes off as confidence. It comes off as it can be sexual in ways, you know what I'm saying? Because seduction can come from confidence. And yeah, just be yourself. That's all I would have for her. Just be yourself. That's it. because I don't want to go too far into it, but just be yourself.
Go ahead. Do you think?
It was a girl that used to work with me, right? She was my secretary at my office in Park Forest. She traditionally she wasn't the most beautiful woman, but I used to call her perfection because my wife would tell you I used to call this girl perfection all the time because every time I saw her, I could just see she was a wife. Like I even went as far as to try and find her a husband on my own. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, there's no way you single. You too perfect. She was so soft spoken. She was like Kaylee complexion. She like had little sister locks, but just the aura that she carried was so feminine. It would change the energy and the air in the room. No matter who came, we was in real estate. No matter who came in that office, I don't know if y'all know how tenants can be acting sometimes. They used to be turning up. Never could get her mad. She always de-escalated the situation. If you just looked at it, she'd calm you down. And it wasn't traditional beauty. It was just something about the aura that she had. And I had found that psychologist. She didn't want him. She ended up marrying a dude like 2 years later. But just the energy that she carried, it was obvious. Everybody loved this girl. But it wasn't, it was girls that looked way like cuter than her, bodies that was way better. But that energy that she had was unmatched. It was unmatched in that place. So, yeah.
I'll jump in. When I think about a 19-year-old, I'm thinking about like a young girl that's just graduating from high school. And I'm gonna keep it real. I'm not really prepping her for a man, to be honest. I'm prepping her for life. Like I'm thinking about her going to college, the things that she's going to have to face, things like that, pledging in a sorority. So that talk about men and how to present yourself aesthetically, that's probably a little bit later down the line. But what I would say to her, if I did have to have that conversation, is to pause. Don't do anything that you cannot undo. That would be my first advice to her. And also, remember who you are. Remember who you are. So I try to keep it short and sweet, but that's what I would say to a 19-year-old.
Miss Kelly.
What I would say to a 19-year-old is probably what my mother used to tell me and my sisters, or my sisters and I. She always told us that we needed to always uphold ourselves as ladies, and no matter what, no matter where you are, be a class act. And that's in the way you speak, the way you carry yourself, the way you dress. And I used to wonder when we were in high school, because we were the virgin sisters who were the pastor's kid, and we weren't allowed to date. And so no guys wanted to talk to us because they were like, oh, you're not going to get anywhere with the Kelly girls. So just don't even waste your time. So we were like, Dad, Mom, none of the guys like us. I'm like, don't worry. When you get older, those are the guys that are going to be coming for you. And sure enough, so many guys from high school and college try to hit my sisters and I up later on in life. So they will come. You just maintain that standard.
Everybody went already?
I was gonna say, if I was gonna talk to a 19-year-old, said like, the first relationship you need is yourself. Learn yourself, what you like to do. Be comfortable with yourself. If you can elope with yourself, then you'd be surprised when that man is ready to show up and he sees who you are and how confident you are in being yourself, and roll with that. That will separate you from every other chicken head that's out here trying to be something they're not. That's what I meant by people living a lifestyle. Just people trying to put up a front, put that mask up in there, and then when they see behind that mask, they see that they wasted their time as someone who doesn't invest in themselves. So the 19-year-old, start with you and build from there. That first love starts with you.
Well said, man. My advice would be simple, bro. Like, watch the movie until the credits roll. A lot of people like watch their favorite movies and shit. Like one of my favorite movies is like Paid in Full, right? I done seen it about 1,000 times. And now, you know, like right when, you know, they kidnapped Mitch's brother, that's when I cut it off. But like a lot of dudes, when you young, do the same thing, right? But I cut it off now because I know how it's going to end, right? But I watched it to the credits early. But, you know, a lot of young dudes don't watch the movie to the credits roll. A lot of young girls don't watch the movie to the credits roll. Like they want to watch Tony Montana until he shoots Manolo when he catch him with his girl or whatever the case may be. And what I mean by that is the examples that are shifting your behavior to be something that you are not. Pay attention to how those situations end up. So if you 18, 19 years old and the dudes that you like is going after women like the one in this video, does he cuff her at the end of that? Yeah, they kicking it. They having a good time. They going on dates. They doing all that. But does he cuff her? Can she post him on her social media? Does he marry her? No. But if you don't watch the movie until the credits roll, you won't know that. You just going on what you see up front. Like, oh, shit, man. She getting all the attention. Yeah, but what kind of attention? And compare that to the attention that you want. You want to be a wife, no? You want to be taken seriously, no? You want to be taken on public dates, no? She ain't getting none of that. But you envious of her. So watch the movie until the credits roll. And you're going to learn, damn, that's not the route that I should go. Most women don't do that. What they'll do is they'll see that and think, okay, she getting all the attention. Let me adjust how I'm moving so I can get some attention too. But the fucked up part about it is that you get the attention you're asking for. And that'll leave you with a kid from a nigga that don't want to be a daddy. Or that'll leave you with heartbreak from 3 niggas that then came in and had sex with your ass, sold you a dream, and got out of there. That's what those women that you envious of get, typically. Don't get me wrong now, there ain't no such thing as all the heavy. Sure, it's one that's going to slip through the cracks and marry them and go on about their business. But, you know, again, on this platform, exception is not the rule. You speak to majority. And the majority of women who move and carry themselves like that woman in that video, how do they end up? You got to look at that and you got to ask yourself, is this what I want? If that ain't what you want, then stay you. Be you. Sometimes you got to go out there and, you know, you got to get dirty, which is what I call it. Right? Like everybody want to shine. Everybody want to be accepted. Everybody want to get chose. Everybody want to be the center of attention and all that. Sometimes you got to go get dirty to where when that shit hits you, you know how to handle it. But the fact is that a lot of these women and a lot of these men, we're going to keep it real, want that attention and they get it prematurely and crash out. You got to understand, like, everything is timing. Sometimes it just ain't your time right now. And you ain't got to be jealous of that. You ain't got to be envious of that. You ain't got to be nothing. Just stay on your track. Stay on your path. And that all that attention you want, it's going to come. It is. And then when you get it, you're going to look back at those women that you was envious of and see how their life turned out. And you're going to be thankful that you stayed you. So, in summary, watch the movie until the credits roll. Don't just watch it for the good point, the good parts. Don't watch it for the high points and then cut the TV off. So that's gonna have you in a fucked up situation. That's all I gotta say about that. Real quick, man, we're gonna pay a couple more bills. Oh, Ronan, go ahead, Ronan, chime in, bro.
I just want to say, number one, I agree with chicks with soup coolers are the fucking shit, personally. Amen to y'all. And two, it's just like this is leading up to season 2 of Real Housewives of Hellfire and Brimstone, starting on September. So y'all be casting next week.
That boy's a damn fool, I swear to God. All right, man. We got 2 more super chats, man, and then we're gonna wrap this thing up. Jeffrey with the 5-piece. To anybody who got veneers or trying to whiten their teeth, some of y'all look permanently happy when you ain't. That's fucked up, man. Salute to everybody getting their teeth worked on, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. We're not going to shun that on this platform. Web Slinger with the 10-piece for the 19-year-old. When men see you in a certain way, it's super hard to change their minds. Don't bend your rules for one guy and expect the rest to follow them. They're going to look at you like you got 3 heads. That's a fact. That's a fact. And that's why on this platform, we speak so much about women spending time to establish what they non-negotiables are. So that way you're not getting finesse. You're not getting taken advantage of. When a man come into it with you, he already know what he signed up for, and he know that this shit ain't gonna bend none. But when you ain't established that yet, it's easy for you to get taken advantage of. But I'm speaking from experience. I done been that exception. So where chicks online giving they requirements, and I'm just laughing and shaking my head because I'm getting all the benefits without meeting none of them requirements. So when you do that, you bend shit. It gets confusing. You know what I'm saying? But when you stand on your square, then you're going to run into the right guy. It may take a while, but you got to be patient. Just like Ricky said, man, you can't get shit you want without giving up something. Or shit worth having without giving up something. And that may be giving up the shine. That may be giving up getting chose. That may be giving up being the center of attention. But at the end of it, you're going to run into the nigga that you're supposed to be with. Not somebody that's going to come in there and finesse your ass for a little minute and get out of Dodge and leave you with a kid or leave you with, with a fucked up mind state. So, patience, man. Patience, man. Stay on your path. Watch the movie until the credits roll, man. And that's how I want to wrap this thing up. I appreciate everybody for tapping in. We didn't hit 4 hours today, so I don't owe y'all no money. Salute to Crusader Nation in the building, man. Turning up all the mods. I had this bitch lit, man. Salute to Daryl. Salute to D'Souza. Miss Parker in the building. JC in the building. I see you. Crusader Nation chat been jumping all night. Likes is above the viewers, so y'all done did y'all motherfucking thing on that end. We appreciate y'all. And again, until next week, man. Till 9:30ish.
Yeah, they already know. They already know.
Might be 9:30, might be 9:45, maybe 9:55. But 9:30ish, man. But at the end of the day, it's all love.
We're gonna be here.
We're gonna be here.
Go to the zoo on Sunday.
Huh?
Go to the zoo on Sunday.
Yes. Do you want to be a fan or forever chick?
Let's go Steelers.
Let's go. Whoa, we not going. Whoa,
Niners Nation.
Red dash.
Hold on, man. Miss Parker with the 2-piece. Salute to Queen Sheba's dog. Hell no, we ain't gonna play no Cowboys Nation, man. We about to beat Philly ass. We're gonna be the best team in the league after we do that. But that's another conversation for another day. We gonna talk about that.
Y'all got though?
Huh?
How many rings do y'all have?
Enough. About to be 6.
Enough.
It's about
to be 6 this year.
Shout out to the about to be's.
Nah. Look here, man. We're gonna further this conversation next Wednesday after we bust Philly ass and have the best record in the league. But until then, appreciate everybody for tapping in, man. It's done been a hell of a live stream. Crusader Nation, man. Y'all know it's love. Salute to B-Box. Salute to the plug, man. We got some special shit coming for y'all around the holidays. Yeah, man. Crew season. Y'all know what it is. Until next Wednesday at 9:30ish. We love y'all, man. We gone.